What up, guys? How you doing? I know I'm going live late. I just did co-parent for the weekend, and yeah, my boy. So I did some game therapy, so I'll do that for an hour, 2 hours. But how y'all doing? How's it going? How was your weekend? How's life? How's your health? Don't mind me. I'm trying to set up my other platform, so go live on 10 platforms, 10 cell phones. Sounds pretty wild, but it's a live podcast basically. Talk about life, talks relationships, co-parenting, how you function, emotion, mental, spiritual beings, and that's all I focus on. Everything else stuff is irrelevant as it being like I don't care about anything else, respectfully. Like if you're sad and depressed, why, how, to call you in a positive manner where it's like, you have no kids, I'm single for 8 kids, I lost 2 families, type of situation. So, and I won't use, sorry guys, I have to buy a cell phone. So I have those older iPhone 6s, not good for streaming. I try to meet me, it's lagging like crazy, so I want to meet me, but I'll do the ones IG, TikToks, both my TikToks, both my Facebooks, IG, Likee, Twitch, Bigo, Clubhouse. I'll take it on the cell phone. That's the time my kids today because I'm single for 8 kids. My 5 boys come on the weekends. Try to do co-parenting the best at. As I tell them, one person, one income, So learn from your mom and dad. Take your time. I tell everyone in the universe, kids are blessed and also lesson respectfully. Wait till you're like 30, 40 years around there, Make sure you're good for yourself at the foremost. If you want to do traditional ways, like when young, 18, 20, get married, all that, I pray for you. I really, really do. You gotta make sure you're good for yourself at the foremost and then potential to be they're good for themselves. Also, match energy, not take energy. If not, you're gonna join the toxic, love broken, codependent relationships once again, and then daydream about love and bitch about life and become us respectfully, And I say all that respectfully, because a lot of us don't know what love is. Let me get a reading. I'm not from the spiritual universe. That's 40 to 10 to 20 in the Matrix. I don't do readings. I don't know. I know, once again, I know of it. Communication, astrology, numerology, crystals. I've heard it all. Astral projection, ancestry. I've heard it all. But respectfully, you can do all the readings. You can do all that, but you're in toxic relationships. Why? How? Anxiety, depression. Why? How? That's what I focus on. Cool, you can have all that. Trust me. I know all of that. I've heard it. Majority of my life, for sure, but the last 4.5 years of my life, healing journey, all that great jazz. I spoke to many queens, many queens, a little bit of kings, because us men are not taught to express their feelings, so they won't have these conversations. Do I worry about it? No, I don't. Why? No one's forced to have a conversation about life at all. That's why my tattoos are about life. Tomorrow, finally get my my laptop going and my Cricut. My Cricut, so I can start making my shit, the hoodies. What you gonna call it? So, how you doing? How's it going? But, sorry, 2 seconds. But, so I can start making my shirts and hoodies again. So, any basic shirt, it'll have on it to my kids, but make sure it's for you guys. And we'll just have fun with it. But they're just words. I tell people just words about it triggers you. Why? How? But that's the situation. People don't want to feel the feelings. We complain about them, but they don't want to feel them. Okay. Some of my people locally, I haven't seen them for a minute. They're talking about how they're doing good for themselves. I'm happy you're doing good for yourself. But I see you on social media, you're starting to talk about relations with the same girl, quote unquote, and you both bitch about each other. I see I just post every which way. And they'll be like, why are you being that up? I'm like, because respectfully, I'm happy you're doing a better job, money, home, etc. That's cool. But you're still with her, and you both bitch about each other. It's on social media. And that's my point being. I told him, I think I'm my tattoos, so I think I'm speaking differently to you. The over myself, hell yeah, you're doing good. I'm just sit on your job, so how'd you get your job and investigate that? Cool, you just told me you got a better job, you're making more money, but how are your 4 walls? You bitch about your partner, there's your flaw. You trying to go home, there's your flaw. I told him that, so we're talking and vibing, you're doing your business, hustle, but all that shit, but then when you get home, that's the dilemma. For both of you, for how much more longer? I'm like, why do you give a fuck? I'm like, because I was you. I bitched about it, the same shit you did. no matter what you do in life, you bitch about your partner, that's a dilemma. For everybody. For everybody, man. But once again, nobody has to feel the feelings at all. But respect to the whole universe, do what I do, like a lot of us do. Play the role of it and tell a sob story to the whole universe, the priest or whomever. That's why I care. So you don't become me and many of us and accept shit. I pray for you do. Respectfully. So I'm gonna teach my kids the same thing. Like, look at guys, every time we do the same thing the weekend, chill with each other, y'all bump heads. You want everything, but I'm only one person type of situation. And you're saying mother and father, co-parenting between your moms and I don't got a partner. Not that, not yet. At least so to myself, that's it. Y'all trying to tell me at the same time, and you have all these questions. Like, I could try to answer the majority of them, but maybe take your time. You have no patience. Try to teach you how to have patience. So it's a lot. I love all my kids, but I just thought people don't. Be good for yourself at the front before you get involved with anybody. As a potential, before you think of like, let's make kids, marriage. And the downfall, religion, culture-based, like, might get pressured by family and friends. Like, especially when you get older, you're 30 years old, 40 years old. Let's say for the queens, not married, no kids. Don't worry about that shit. I'm going to tell you another answer, like, kids, no marriage, can't guarantee a better life. You can be codependent of it. Well, I love my job, I love my kids, I love my home, I love my partner, cool. So, just throw in your face in a positive manner. Because we all do the same shit for the most part, because of the generation cycle. We always say, people make us feel good. Kids, parents, whomever it is, best friends, bosses, right? And then man-made bullshit. My job, my car, working out, gym therapy, tattoos, whatever you're doing. So people make you feel good, right? And man-made bullshit makes you feel good. So the question of the whole universe is this. Why can't you make yourself feel good? That's the dilemma. What? Shots fired. You're codependent of all the universe. You can't become dependent on yourself. Why? How? For how much more longer? And then from there, you want to get, I want love. I want relationships. You know what love is? A lot of us don't know what love is. We have the concept idea. Fucking Disney and bullshit. You see people in the streets, lovey-dovey. In the streets, are lovey-dovey, but are they lovey-dovey 24/7, 365? Especially behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, everything happens to the fullest, And you'll know. You can ask people, I see them in the streets. You know who they are? Oh, yeah, I know about them. Are they a cool couple, man? They seem cool. Like, nah, they're all right, but they kind of talk to each other. You just see them in the street that they're good, especially in social media, man. They like hate each other, right? Bloodbath type of situation, but they take selfies, all lovey-dovey. It's just a picture. A picture in the video tells a million fucking stories, man. A million. That's the shit. That's what I preach. I want my tattoos for a reason, to get your attention. Every which way. I'm a single for 8 kids, I lost 2 families. I'm blessed in life now. Everything I'm for a reason, quote unquote. I just gotta tell stories and that's it. So you don't become me, and many of us, right? And my situation at 39, my tattoo, went through my healing journey, all of it. Healing, awakening, woke journey. Not just tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior survivor. Respectfully, when I say this, you want to hear me bitch about life? Ever? Fuck no, like depression. What's depression? Anxiety, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low symptom anger issues, breakups, heartbreaks. What is all that about, man? That's all to myself. I don't need a partner. I want a partner. If she wants we match energy, we don't take energy. To prefer in the whole universe. Why? It's for in a positive manner. To remind you, if no one told you this shit, which no one reminds us, did you know anyone could leave? Anyone could cheat? Anyone can go break up with you. They can leave and ghost you type of situation. Anybody can. Fasting helped me. Fasting's cool. Most definitely can help you for sure. But what about the mental? That's just the physical. Like, if there's vessels, once again, be a gym rat, physically fit, cosmetically beautiful, exotic, right, nice body, eating therapy, sex appeal, cool. Now, when you're in these, like a bitch, go through a breakup, depression, anxiety, all my tattoos, ask your body for advice, crickets. Black and white, very simple. Ask your beauty for advice, fucking crickets. Your mind is strong titanium, or it's weak, but like a piece of paper. How can you allow one person in the whole universe to come in your life, to take your energy, and your day goes to shit? And you stress out about a cell phone. You text them, they don't text you back. It's just a fucking text. It's mind-blowing, man. A text. And we sit there and wait for a response and nothing. And you reach out. Yeah, you're trying to match energy. Meet them halfway. They don't have to respond. It'd be nice if they had common courtesy, but nobody has to. That is their choice, free will. That's the shit. So, once again, respect when I say that. Fasting is cool. Gym therapy is cool. But how many people out there you see on social media fucking gym brats? gym brats, right? Zillionaires, fucking elites, quote unquote, off their fucking domes. Or they're fucking zombies. Respecting addicts like an addiction on my tattoos. To call you out in a positive manner. I could be narcissistic, crackhead, alcoholic tweakers. Nah, empathetic wise, you're zombies. So for now, you know you're not a human yet, because when you sober up, fuck these feelings. I'm gonna get a little high, a little drunk. Whatever you're doing, your shit, you know, ice, brown, meth, heroin, whatever you're doing, you're numbing yourself up so you don't feel your feelings. The question is, for how much more longer? That's the question. For how much more longer you doing this shit for? And then you have kids. Respect, I say this, man. Like, all the zombies out there, right? When I say this, all addicts stuck in addiction type of situation. Like, you want love. You want partners. You want kids and families. Why? How? I fucking talked to someone today. I was like, you know, like, look at your lives out respectfully. You know, and you're still not doing good for yourself. But you don't even know how to love yourself. But you want others to love you, so you be codependent people. You destroy people. You're hurt. I show my tattoo somewhere right here. I have too many tattoos. Hurt people, heal people. What do we do? We heal people. We tell stories to God for Forewarn. I told them, you don't have to listen to me. But remember this. Everything you touch, you destroy. Because you're karma. Not knowing what? Because your lifestyle. You want everyone to fucking pick you up when you're down. Make you feel good. And you're going to take the energy. And from there, what? You know, burn your bridges. And then what? Play the role in the soft stretch to the universe that everyone leaves you. Why do they leave you? I don't know. You do know you don't want to say it. It's because of your actions. The way you're living. You're a zombie. Respectfully, you're a zombie. I don't recommend it. Zombies should date zombies. Simple as that. Zombies should not be sober people. And all you sober people, regular people, they want to date them. And you know they're fucking zombies. You're not the one. You can't finish them at all. You're not. Nobody's the one at all. But if you want to self-sabotage your life and fucking date karma, not knowing, respectfully, this is the fuck of the universe, respectfully for now, then you'll get destroyed. Hey, what's up, Twisted? How you doing? How's it going? Respectfully, man. Respectfully. Don't do it to yourself. Don't cut yourself short. I mean, cut yourself short-wise in life. Because you're not that one. You could be a support team, hold that and guide them, be, you know, that type of situation. But to get involved with it, like, nah, no. You know, and luckily, there's a lot of zombies, man. A lot of them. There's like, ones that, remember this, when you have like these type of relationships where it was, when I was here, Queen, how does it going? When you have this type of, you know, situations, like people have their own ways of, and I know zombie talk, addiction is a big fucking, it's a, whatchamacallit, it's a big subject. And on TikTok, all you butterfly unicorns, getting your feelings bad, especially the boys. It don't hurt my feelings. I'm on fucking many platforms, deadass. So I tell people, like, if you're a zombie or you was a zombie, remember this as a forewarning, everybody all has the right to be in your past or present. When they do, what are you doing? What are you choosing? How are you reacting, man? It's a touchy subject, but guess what? If you overcame it and you're over it, and they think you beat the urge, quote unquote, then I'm happy for you. I'm hella happy for you. So then, why are you getting your feelings about it? Someone brings you past the present. You don't know how to elaborate on it, respond to that shit. Like my situation, anyone brings my past up, anybody does. Be like, yes, I did do that. I did say that. Accountability, right? But let me tell you what I was going through at the time being. I didn't have a support team. You had a support team. What's a support team? Exactly. I didn't have a support team. You know what a support team is. There's your flaw. Thank you, hermano. And I said respectfully. So let me tell you what I was going through at the time being, what I did to get to the point now. And yes, I did do that. I did say that every which way, right? But here's the kicker. Especially when they be like, I know you. No. If they're and you're not, and today behind the screen, right? We speak today, right? If they're not in your life today, they don't know you, they know of you. Remember, it's all about fucking wording, man. We're raising so incorrectly. It's wording. So they don't know you, they know of you. They know they'll hold you. That's why anything past the present, yes, you know me then. You knew me then. You don't know me today, you know of me. What do you mean you know of me? Because if you knew me, you'd be in my pocket. I'd be talking to you. We on social media. We're not. I don't follow you vice versa. You're not my DMs. You don't do shit. Respectfully. Y'all talk about me. I don't care if you talk about me. You talk about the overage myself. You don't know anything about me. Because if you did, we'd be talking about my type of situation, right? So that's what I tell people. I know it's a touchy subject. I'm a tattoos for a reason. And that's all my tattoos are about, raw real life. If you want to feel your feelings. Nobody has to feel the feelings at all, man. Nobody, fucking nobody. Do what I do, a lot of us did. And you will do until you just start the healing journey wise. Play the role of a sob story. Point the finger at every mother but yourself. And it sucks. A lot of people did you wrong. But here's the promise. You don't know this yet. You actually did it to yourself not knowing because you allowed it. How so? Because you didn't realize boundaries. You didn't say no. You did not be mean to them because it be mean to you. Because, religious, spiritual, being mean, it's wrong to sin, like, sure. In Jesus' times, in 2024 times, nah. It's called reverse psychology, man. You don't like that shit? I don't like the shit either. Stop doing your bullshit. I'll stop it also. If not, then I'll show it up from a distance or I'll just cut you off. What? I tell people, especially around you, physically, right? On social media, a zillion people in the whole fucking universe. Why would I stress about you? One person, be whomever it is, a friend, associate, partner. Why? Many people to talk to. Your situation, you're going through whatever you're going through. Cool, we bumping heads. I don't bump heads. I don't, as a being, I don't deal with drama, dead ass. I keep it humble as best as possible. We can talk about it as adults, quote unquote. If you're an adult, for your boys and girls, you can't have this conversation. They're cool. Swipe left, keep scrolling, go to the next person. Well, you see people behind me? They're probably like you struggling. They ain't ready for this conversation. Y'all can bump heads and you could be at each other's throats over stupid shit because you don't work on yourself as a being. I'm not here for war at all. Verbally, sure, physically, no. Nobody should get physical with nobody at all. But the thing is, everyone narcissists are triggers, fucking triggers. My tattoo. You see stoplights to get an image in your head. A red light, I'm bothered. Yellow light, I'm angered. Why the fuck you angered? What? I don't know. It's your triggers. Your narcissist traits. You're probably an ego. Put that shit aside. Stay observant every which way. If not, you will catch cases. Hit the green light. Hatred. And then what? Now you build hatred. You build hate type of situation. Fuck the universe. Cool. Catch a case. You will never hurt a fly. now you get to catching some shit. Like, don't do that to yourself, man. And then remember this. And that's the reason why my tattoos. All you monkeys, individuals to be in zoos. You want to be physically abusive all the time? Cool. And verbal for sure. That starts if it goes to the physical. Fucking jails and prisons are waiting for you. And respect if you have compassion for you. I pray for you and I go my life and that's it. You're not the only one locked up for the same shit. And the deal that, when they ask you what you're locked up for, domestic violence. So what'd you do? You to a point. And if they're in the healing journey while they're locked up, they'll give you advice. Yo, check out next time. Working your triggers, man. What? Anger issues, control your shit. If not, you will be here again. Whatever. But it shouldn't get to that point. But once again, if you don't have... When I preach about support teams, the whole universe is fucked because why? We're all stuck on the generation cycle. Nobody knows shit about life. God is good, that's cool. Religion is cool. The Bible's cool, most definitely. Whatever you believe in religion or spiritual. But no one's elaborating about raw real life. This is how we function. This is why relationships fail. This is why your parents are the way they are. They're single parent, both parents, no parents. It's a big bloodbath type of situation. And then we're brainwashed to fucking focus on man-made bullshit. Get a job, get a car. Yeah. I tell everybody, maintain the matrix. You can't beat this shit, just maintain. As long as you're happy for yourself as a being, job, car, room, McDonald's, who gives a fuck? As long as you are happy, you're blessed. Who gives a shit about status? Because remember remember this as a being. Once you build something here to actually open your mouth to elaborate, anyone talks shit to you, like my situation, my family, friends, not friends, more associates, talk shit to me like, yo, look at your age, all these kids, you're not involved in life. I go, I'm mentally, I'm a beast, I'm a god immortal, I won't ever die. Y'all physically, you're doing good for yourself, but more like, this is the ghetto hoods, right? And the ghetto hoods, y'all pushing weight, man. You have pretty cars, pretty trucks, you're pushing weight. I already know that. The black market world, that shit won't last for so long. Do your thing, most definitely wise, but eventually, maybe not today, tomorrow, 20 years from now, you're getting pop for your shit. You lose everything in life. And then what? I have compassion for you, but I'm going to respect and feel sorry for you. But they make movies for the black gang mafia, hoodlums, black market world. You got involved with it. Now you're deep and now you're in trouble. What do you want to do for you? I'll pray for you and that's it. Or you're a dick. The truth hurts, doesn't it? My coach bragging all day about their gambling winnings. No, I'm not a gambler. That's cool. Hey, gambling is cool, but respect comes. Remember this: the casinos. I love to give people shit that everyone has their own addiction: gaming, porn, gambling, working out, whatever it is. Eating therapy, cool. But remember, when it comes to casinos, their job is to take your money, not give you money. You know that, right? You might win, but how much? What's the overall? Typically, a lot of people lose thousands or millions. And that's their job. That's their job to take your money, man. Simple as that. So, but everybody has their own addiction. Don't own the dopamine high type of situation. You as a being, don't worry about that. You just worry about yourself and just do what's good for you as a being. Because everybody, I tell you, this is your life, man. Be selfish in a positive manner. Do what makes you happy. Learn to love you. You'll evolve in life. I promise you that. And you don't become bitter like everybody else that brags about everything, but they're bitter in their own life. When it comes to their four walls at home, I hate my life. Fuck this place, fuck the universe, I don't want to be here. Yeah, I've had those thoughts. Suicidal thoughts, many years of that shit. For 39 years of my life. But you can say the kids, I don't do it because the kids. No, just like, nah, there's got to be more to life. Someone's got on this bullshit. It's highly impossible the whole fucking universe is fucked like myself. And I'm just struggling like, nah, everyone's got mental health issues. Everyone's traumatized as fuck. But no one knows the answer apparently. But no, there is. That's why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. You know? Is you as a being to work on yourself to evolve. If not, then you want to evolve and do whatever you want to do, man-made. Whatever you got to do to make yourself good for yourself. And that's why I say all the time, like, set all the goals you want, man. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera. I got these new stands. But whatchamacallit, you can set all the goals you want, but when you achieve those goals, for how long are you happy for? That's the situation. And that's the thing. We don't know this, but like I tell everybody, the answer to life is you. The person in marriage, not nobody else. What? It's not your kid. It's not your partner. It's nobody and nothing around you at all to make you complete as a being. You can be codependent of everybody. Sure you can. And then when fear, once again, anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone could break up with you. That is their choice. And respectfully, God forbid people pass away. You could be your grandmother, your auntie, your father, your mother, your siblings, best friends, fucking there for, pick you up when you're down. They all hold you and guide you every which way. But did you know no one's guaranteed tomorrow? They can be healthy as fuck. You go to sleep, they go to sleep, and tomorrow they don't wake up. Then what? Your life stops. Respectfully, you hit rock bottom, become, weak, and then become a zombie. And after that, this is because you just lost your kid. It's gonna hurt. Hell yeah, it's gonna hurt. But everything happens for a reason in life. Every which way that the intent to figure out why it happened, how to get to that point. And in life, you want to say the universe has type of spiritual talk, right? The universe is always testing you, man. What? Every day, Bill Gunn is always testing you. Every day, Bill Gunn, we all got free will and choice. What are you doing? What are you choosing? If you woke up happy as fuck, you're doing good, and then someone something takes your energy. Or was it? I don't know. Ask yourself, man. What you see? What did you see? What did you watch? What did you hear? Something took that shit. You gotta figure. That's why as beings, you gotta talk to yourself at all times. All the bullshit. You're not crazy. You talk to yourself. You're the best therapist in the universe, man. I promise you that. You're the best counselor, psychologist as a being to yourself, because only you know you. I can observe you. I can talk to you. I do many one-on-ones, right? Talking about to the fullest. I study body language. I can elaborate best as possible, but I don't. I'm not a psychic. Respecting. Alright, I answer respect to the fullest. I don't believe psychics can actually read your mind to the fullest. They can observe it. But I do energy, cool. I'm elaborate, facial expression, your tone of voice, your teary-eyed, because this subject, I could do that. Anyone could do that for the most part. But as far as say, hey, I know exactly what you're thinking word for word now. I feel that's highly impossible. But who knows? I'm not from the spiritual world when it comes to 40, 10, 20. That's not my realm at all. But respect, if they do, let's say they are, let's say it's factual. That's with a lot of people in the spiritual world, astrology, numerology, tarot card readers. And I tell them, cool, you have your gifts, that's awesome, but here's the kicker. And Miles asked everyone the same shit, like the way you're doing and your spiritual universe, right? But how is it possible, respect when I ask you this, that you're in a toxic relationships? That's what blows my mind when it comes to the 40, 10, 20, the universe. All this, star seeds, all these terms. I'm like, and I go on social media, I'm just scrolling, just like, yeah, king, queen, yeah, God's good, all the good stuff, Allah, I say, whatever they say, all that. Respect is not my terms. And I go to the profile, and like, they're toxic relationships. Everyone, like, that's my point being. You can be gifted every which way, but in your personal life, you're in a toxic relationship, once again. Bitch about them, once again. And for how much more longer? To remind the whole universe, the fucking door's right there, man. Every day, everybody, even kids, babies go through the fucking doors. So why do you have to choose to want to go back to your partner's toxic as fuck? Do you pray, if I manifest, to change the ways? It's not going to work in your favor. You don't have to comprehend that. Higher source can do it. Cool. We all say the same shit. Whatever you believe in. Science can do it. Cool. Say that. Do that. And they're taking energy and you're matching energy and you're doing opposite attract. Once again, why, how, and for how much for longer? Shots fired every single time. And respect it. That's why I love triggering the universe in a positive manner, because now it's personal. It's your life. We all want love, but you don't know what love is. That's the shit. Because if you did, I promise you 1,000, you would realize boundaries. In the beginning, all the red flags are there. You comprehend it from your exes, right? Because you worked on yourself and you would realize boundaries. Yo, king, queen, whatever you're into. I don't deal with jealousy and security issues. You hello traumatized respectfully, like, you want to be with me, quote unquote, to know me, cool. But all you do is talk about your ex. So why do you want to be with me? How about I just be your friend, a social support team? What? You can like me all you want. As a forewarning, when you make decisions with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always fall on your face. Because they're, I'm talking to a queen. She's talking about her ex all the time. But I feel sorry for her. I know I can offer love to her. I work on myself. But I know 1,000, I can't finish save her at all. I could be hella supportive. I could sit here for fucking hours. She could speak her mind. Very, very patient-minded, But not by my side as a partner, no. Not at all. Respect it. Only if we both talk about it. I say all the time, all you people in the healing journey, wherever you set up with your standards, right, your healing journey, if there's a potential to be in there like 0, fresh out of breakup, fresh out of divorce, right, yesterday, verbalized shit day 1, like, we can try this, but, I can tell you off the rip type of situation, you're so traumatized. You just broke up yesterday. I know this conversation, energy feels good, right? Yeah, but I can't finish saving you. But we can try if you want to. But I tell everybody, the door's right there. I can leave, you can leave. You ready for that? What? For whatever apparent reason, if people are too exhausted energy-wise, because you respect you're too traumatized, they can get up and leave. And, that's their right. Everybody has free will choice. Is it wrong? I wouldn't call it wrong. But I would say this. Every day above ground, you talk to each other. Hey, this relation's not getting better. Every day is worse. You're traumatized, triggers. You're shutting down. You push me away. Talk to each other about that. But a lot of don't want to say that because we don't hurt. We mean hurt their feelings. That's a dilemma. We don't want to hurt their feelings. Yeah. So now you accept it. It is what it is, and bitch about it. And as a forewarning, if you're in a positive manner, the longer you are within the bridge, the more it's gonna hurt you. And if they're more traumatized than you are, it's gonna hurt them. And they will believe that everyone leaves them. But there is the reason why everyone leaves you because you're not ready for nothing in reality yet. Comma, yeah. I'm not saying you're broken, nah. To trigger people, I say the whole universe is, but my number is 95% of the universe is broken, codependent, scared to be on abandonment issues. They don't know that yet. Because if you wasn't broken, quote unquote, then why still traumatized? Why do we still with our negative triggers? Let's say we got a partner, they make us feel good. Yes, we all say the same shit in the beginning. They understand me, they make me feel good, cool. So now they tend that spark stays consistent. Forever, the idea, the concept is forever, but I taught people just day by day baby steps. Every day we have above ground, we just checking what's up with you, baby. You good? We doing good? Any issues today? No? Cool. We're having a good day, If there's issues, talk to me. Let me know type of situation. If not, then what are we doing here? Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Twisted. And I say all the members respectfully to the fullest. Like, I know I speak bluntly, and it's triggering, but it's about raw real life. Because this is what we bitch about. Every day above ground, we bitch about toxic relationships. You're not satisfied with yourself. And as if I'm warning, I'm gonna buy a bunch of clips, right? This is just man-made term type of situation, right? And they make you believe that you're fucking crazy, you lost it, or you won't ever evolve, you'll always be broken. So this whole thing with BPD, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, empathy, narcissistic personality disorder, everyone got this shit. We're all traumatized. All, big fucking word, all. If that's not true, do your parents teach you about these conversations? Word for word. I doubt it very much. Religious, go to church, pray, that's cool. Nothing's wrong with that. Allah, that's nothing wrong with that. But here's the kicker. You're in a toxic relationship, your parents can give you life to the fullest. To do it to thick and thin. Do it for the kids' culture. Like, you're not satisfied. No, don't do it to yourself, That's why everyone's traumatized to the fullest. That's why life's hard. I say the same shit all the time. Life's because I told Queen at Wally World, all my tattoos. And she's like, life's hard. I'm like, well, life can be hard if you allow it to be hard. She's like, what do you mean by that? You see what I got? What's that, Twisted? What'd you get, Queen? Can I elaborate, please? What you gonna call it? Oh, thank you. But what you gonna call it? I was like, chill out. If you allow yourself to be like life hard-wise, quote unquote, it's the people around you. Like, what do you mean it's your energy like? Like, if you vibe people with match energy, you're talking to vibing, that's the people you vibe with. So if you want to evolve a lot faster, ask about life. Do you have anxiety? Do you have depression? I do. How you doing with yourself? What? Are you working on yourself? And they go, oh yeah, I'm in the healing journey. I have a support team. Fuck yeah. Well, can I tell you support team? Reach out for help every which way. Or I told you get people take your energy. Like, what do you mean take your energy? Family's typically the worst. And they definitely your fucking partners, right? Because everyone's traumatized, right? So, you're having a good day at work, right? And then you go home. Let's say your partner's doing good, cool. But let's say his family, your family bump heads. Or they don't like you guys because you guys are together because they're happy. So people will take your energy. But if they try to take energy, why do you allow it? Like I promise you, Queen, life's not hard. Initiate is hard because we're not taught in these conversations at all. Trust me, I say the same shit. Life's a bitch. It is what it is. Should I say the same? We all say the same shit initially. Especially, we try to say that especially in the ghetto hoods, man. Because the ghetto hoods is fucking rough, man. There's no, like, 95%, I might remember toxic love. Adults are in the love for the most part. Yeah, the church. Hella people go to church and they're fuckboys and fuck girls. No matter what age they are. And we try to say this. If you're like a fuckboy fucker at 40, 50, 60 years old, come on, man. That's a romantic king. He doesn't go respectfully. Like, dude, you're up in the age messing around still. I pray for you. Yeah, as long as everyone knows and you're saying, yo, yeah, I'm a player, I do my thing, I do poly open relationships. Benefits, cool, you're not lying. I'll give you matter of respect. Hey, so anyone gets involved with you, hey, I'm not with nobody, I'm doing my thing. So that's how people, it'd be a hell of a lot easier if everyone's honest about what's their relationship status. What do they want from the situation? But they don't do because pride and ego. They don't want the whole universe to know, hey, I'm a fuckboy, fuck. Who gives a fuck? Respectfully, as long as you are being honest about it, no one could be playing with this soft story type of situation. Because the downfall is that two people like two pathetic wives, they believe, well, maybe I'm the one that will slow down, change that person from being a body having whole face to being monogamy type of situation. You can try, yeah, you can try, but I pray for you. I really, really do. Because remember this, all this bullshit, people change. Nobody, remember this, you don't change for nobody. That's so incorrect. Truth burns away all falsehoods. Exactly 1,000. Man, you know what's up. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, man. Whatchamacallit. It's like, nah, you change for yourself first and foremost, and then you change for whatever your relationship, your situation with your kids, parents, whomever it is, right? Because if you change for people, which is so incorrect, not knowing, then you're people pleasing. You'll change for them, but here's the kicker, for how long? A day, a week, a month? And it happens all the fucking time. What do they say to us? Whomever it is. You was doing good, but now you went back to your old ways. And what do you say? I don't know. I was doing good. I'll figure it out. I'll try again. Next time I'll try harder. And you will try harder and harder. Thank you, my thank queen. But the situation is you're people pleasing, not knowing. You're changing for them. You're not changing for yourself. You got to change for yourself first and foremost. If not, people please, man. And then it's like you can talk to you like, fuck, I keep fucking up. Yes, because you're trying to satisfy them. Why don't you try to satisfy yourself first and foremost? That's why I speak the way I speak once I get my support team. They told me all the shit I'm telling me. Like, what? Stop people pleasing, man. Your promise to change you because they don't like the way you are, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, the way your lingo is. That's the way you are as a being, you know? If you want to adapt, most definitely I don't recommend it. Because you bump heads about that shit. And it happens all the fucking time. And I was like, what? Stop changing for people. Change for yourself first and foremost. Then you do better for yourself. And definitely realize boundaries. And to remind them, they taught me this. The door's right there, what? Anyone could leave, but yes, it's in a hurry to be wrong, quote unquote, but it's not wrong. It's your life. It's not their life. If you allow them, your life become their life because they'll be, my tattoo slave masters. They own you type of thing. They say, fuck your feelings. They don't give a shit about your saying at all. And they're trying to bound you, they own you. Spiritual talks, they own you. You ain't going nowhere at all. And you can pray all you want, manifest all you want, but look at the door's right there. You bitch about them. You came back and reversed me on how long? 12 years? Why'd you do 12 years too long, man? Got it a long time ago. But remember this. I'm talking to you. This is 4.5 years ago. King, I'm talking to you. You didn't have a support team back in the day at all. Because if you did, you probably left a hell of a lot earlier than 12 years. Respect, probably your third daughter would not be there. Just for sure, your two daughters, not your third daughter. You know, but now I'm just telling stories every which way and paying forward to you so you don't become many of us. And that's why I preach for the priesthood. Don't become us. Kids and family is cool if it's factual. If it's factual. Young generation for sure, like 40s, 30s, and 25 under for sure. Yeah, it's single parent houses pretty much common because why? We're all fucking traumatized because you don't know what love is. In the beginning, everything's lovey-dovey and shit. And then from there, what? Why does the spark end? Why does it shift? Why does your partner typically goes, man? If your boys are narcissistic, eyes are bigger than a fucking mouth, we emotionally cheat, become physically cheating. And they fucking cheat and you give them chances upon chances. Yeah. That's the shit. Don't give people a chance respectfully wise, but that is your choice free will. If you want to live in your own misery and stress about a cell phone, stress who the fuck they're talking to at work, because everything starts at home. When I have my partner, I got my housewife, because TikTok, I got my work wife, I got wives everywhere. Everywhere. All of us do the same shit for the most part. Someone looks at us as energy, because that's all based off energy, black and white, very simple. I'm sad, depressed. I could be at Starbucks, at Safeway. All these one kid to ask me a question, you okay? I'm good. You sure you're good? Because you've been staring at the milk for fucking 5 minutes now. Have I? Yeah, just looking. I think you want milk, but you're just staring at it. So maybe it goes in the alignment. I'm asking you, okay? And the main question, is everything okay at home? What? Is everything okay at home? Married, wife, kids? Yeah. How you guys doing? We're alright. What's alright? Good alright, or you alright? Just scraping by. Why do you care so much? Once upon a time, I was you. As I'm asking. Okay, cool. That's the people you're talking about with, but it's platonic, if it's platonic, you know. If you can't build compassion, you will catch feelings. You will catch feelings, especially with the people that are too empathetic. The nice guy, nice girl on my tattoos, right? Right here it is. Nice guy, nice girl. The downfall about us, over myself, you're too empathetic, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're too naive, called people pleasers. You believe you're the one. You believe that you're the ones that I can offer more love. You can. The downfall is not your journey, it's their journey, right? So you can try. The downfall is they're traumatized. And if they have no support teams, more likely they will destroy or hurt you. Not intentionally, but they shall. Because hurt people. And if they're still traumatized about the exes, they can cuss you out type of situation. And that's why you observe people for who they are. Let them speak. Look at me. Brown person with tattoos, gang my feels a hoodlum. It hurt my feelings, prison tattoos. I hear this shit all the fucking time. And they, either verbally or they look at me and they let me speak like, bro, like, you're far from a hood, right? I mean, hoodlum type of gang my feels so right now. I grew up with the ghetto hoods, but no. I'm not a blue pillar educator. I mean, an entertainer. I'm a red pillar educator. What? What's that mean? Just major talks, movie talk. Brother, no, that's why you speak the way you speak. It's all about life. Like, you care about everybody, huh? Like, yeah, I wish you guys suffering. I don't want you suffering forever, you know? I was suffering, lost confused till I was 39. For my support team, my single baby mom, the mother of boys, who do co-parenting, you know? Whatchamacallit. That's why, you know, breakups suck, it hurts. Trust me. When kids are involved, fuck yeah, I destroyed you because you already know, like, shit. When little ones ask me, like, hey, where's mom at? Where's dad at? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt really bad. And then how do you answer that? You know, and then when we're gonna work it out, and all of a sudden, boom, your ex, like, nah, I'm gonna move on. What? Like, nah, I know we talked about us. I need my space, all that. Nah, there's no us. It's over, and I'm moving on with somebody else. Like, it's gonna whoop your ass really fucking bad, man. You know? But it was a blessing in disguise. Every which way was a blessing in disguise. But that bullshit sandwich I dislike, I comprehend it. Yes, 1,000. But I dislike it, like, you got it in the hard way. Like, yeah, I get it. I learned the hard way, but it'd be nice if all the shit I'm saying, all my tattoos the last 40 years of my life, right? If all my family taught me this shit. Since I was fucking little 5 or 7 year old, I taught all my kids now, you know? You want to do this lovey-dovey shit, it's not going to work in your favor. You know, I'm talking to you every which way. But as long as you're working on yourself and he or she, whatever you're into, is working on themselves type of situation, you might make it. But as long as you keep talking to each other, if not, if the sparks starts ending type of situation, feelings start going away, guess what? If you're not showing love and affection to them, all I need is one person to say, yeah, you compliment, you're beautiful, you look nice, you're a hard worker. Oh shit, someone appreciates me. My partner fucking doesn't appreciate me at all with this shit, but you do. They can go body hopping. Easy, anybody can do that shit. Cause why? The validation part, like, well, someone acknowledges me type of situation. That's why I tell everything. Myself, my subordinate told me, no one taught you this shit, right? 4.5 years ago, because social media I'm talking to, IG, Facebook. So now we're talking and vibing. Let me hold you and guide you. But I can't figure and save you. What? I can't figure and save you at all. What about God Allah? Like, well, I'm going to tell you the truth, but you don't have to hear this. Go for it. Like, no higher source can't do it for you. What? Everybody's communication. All of us are messengers. I'm talking to you. We're messengers. That's it. That's all we're doing. We're just communication. You're the only one that can do comprehension. What do you mean? You got to feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. I can't do that for you. I can elaborate. I give you everything in the universe. Everything. But when I leave, when I go home, whatever, get off the phone with you, I got my life. I'm blessed. All the stuff, fresh breakup, I don't miss none of the feelings at all. I would never share tears of that because I don't need a partner. I want a partner. What? Right now, you detox with codependency. It hurts for now. What do you mean it's only for now? And I know it sucks. Trust me. In the beginning of the journey, all about your ex. They fucked you over. They moved on, married. All this shit that you should have got from them, they give to a new partner. But here's the kicker: if your ex didn't take no time to heal, the healing journey at all, they might be lovey-dovey, married, kids, and everything. All right. It's not gonna last forever because your partner's typically too narcissistic, which all of us have narcissistic traits. And then your partner's gonna get more destroyed than you did because you remember the time frame. Let's say I was with my ex-wife for 7 years, right? You know, and I say this line, right, and I say this in a positive manner, nothing against them if they were watching my TikTok. And I told them, like, I try to avoid, like, being my past and present to a certain extent, right? But remember, it's like, it's like a forewarning, right? So when the new partner comes in the mix type of situation, and right now, you know, your ex and new partner are lovey-dovey and shit, right? Because they're, you know, feeling good type of situation, and they try to give you shit like, oh yeah, look at y'all over type of situation with the woo, and like I told them in a positive manner to call them out, because I'm blunt, I don't hold back. I was like, cool, I'm happy for you guys. I'm figuring my shit out on the healing journey, and I will figure this out. And when I do, I will comprehend all this shit. But y'all lovey-dovey for now, but y'all fresh. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean fresh? Yeah, I mean that a fucking dude. Yeah, months in. I got 7 years. Tell me 7 years from now you'll still be together. What? Future in a positive manner. Tell me 7 years from now, as we speak, you still be together. Both of them, crickets. Quiet. Go, what happened? Cat got your tongue? 7 fucking years. Come on, let's do this. You know, in 7 years, I'll give you props still together. And if you're healthy with shit, I will give you props. But for now, nothing to say, right? Because no one's guaranteed tomorrow. That's the shit. That's the tough people. You know, I'm being humble as best as possible. I tell everybody, yo, initially the healing journey, all your energy on your ex. Everyone else, how you doing? Fuck him, fuck her. Say that verbally, mentally, it's over type of situation, right? But that downfall is if you stick on the victim mentality wise forever, you will never evolve in life. The awakening journey is less about your ex, more about the person mirror yourself. Now you will talk about your ex, but not as much. Like, oh shit, I'm doing good for myself. I promise you. It's you transition, your energy shifts. Like, hell yeah. Like, it don't hurt as bad. Cool. It don't hurt as bad. The positive, you're evolving, you know? You're trying to let go. And I tell everybody, all your ex-exes, my tattoo on my neck, ex-exes, they will always be your kryptonite if you don't let them go. How so? All the shit, you know, TikTok especially, you know, not talk community-wise, narcissist talk, do no contact. If you have no kids, fuck yeah, it's easier. Block. If you have to move, fuck it, move type of situation, right? But when you have kids, it's that hurting you more because the intense co-parenting. Easier said than because feelings are involved. That's way easier said than done. For the most part, I'm not saying all, but a lot of them are empathetic-wise. And they will try to do communication comprehension, which they've been trying to do, right? And do it for the kids as best as possible. Us medically with narcissistic, our feelings evolve. Fuck, we're just drama queens type of situation because we're bitter, especially when like they want to move on. Respect, I say this: your baby mom, baby father type of situation. They have the right to like double check the new potential to be like. I told my ex-wife, like, I don't give a fuck who you be with, as long as he is a good person. He's a coquette. He's more empathetic wise. He's my tattoos. He's a square type of situation. Cool. But I'm just letting you know now, if he's circling our system with tattoos, you and I will have problems every which way. And we're devastating in court. What? If you want to deal with fucking hood niggas that like guys and shit, then be with them by yourself, not with their kids. You get the kids that come on our side, my side type of situation, you come and visit with, chill with them, but not with him. Respectfully. Because obviously you choose the wrong lifestyle. And why do you care? Because respectfully, scenario, if he's triggered and shit, and let's say he's fucking a zombie, sucking an alcohol addict and shit, and he's fucking causing shit y'all bumping heads, he can get triggered. The devil comes out of him, whipping your ass and our kid's ass. And I find out, taking all your ass to the court, CPS, everything. So the smart thing we do is, yo, you come visit over here and chill with them, and that's it. And then you go get knocked out. I pray for you, and that's it. It's your life, not life. But I'm forewarning you, you know. And she's not same on your side. Like, yeah, I don't, yo, respect for my first baby mom's, my tattoos for a reason. Somewhere right here. Right here. It says, take the whole universe, right? I don't mess with it like I street folk, hood niggas, black market world. I'm from the good hoods, from in it, but you don't see me in the streets at all. I don't get involved with it at all. So I was like, they don't know, like, they don't see me. Like, why? Why didn't you see me? I don't go to clubs, house parties, bars. In the ghetto hoods, no. In the suburbs, I'll go to a bar show with my people for sure. If it's, you know, squares, empathetic type of situation, good environment. In the ghetto hoods, fuck no, too much drama, way too much drama. He was having anything he hasn't going respectfully, man. So I told him, no, my tattoos, no more just sellers. What? My first baby moms. Won't ever deal with girls like that. Friend, I'll be your friend, a social support team. Friend, yeah, you call me a friend, sure. But not to say, hey, this is my girlfriend, Maria, Tamika. No, she's ghetto as hood. Nope. She's had caused problems. Nope. She's got 20 baby fathers. Nope. Like, no. But I like you. You can like me all you want, queen. I'm respectful. Energy talking too much for you. But we can try this if you want to. But I speak to many females out there, many queens. If that bothers you, To you, problem, I problem. It's platonic, no passing boundaries type of situation, you know. And that's the shit. You're a female, quote unquote. You're a queen. You can't teach any other female about life, positive talk, anything. Because you women typically are more empathetic wise. You're caregivers. You typically get more wise, quote unquote, and you can't give nothing. Cool. Different energy type of situation. So I tell you, you don't accept people by your side, man. If you do, you be miserable. Respectfully, which I want everybody to be miserable again. In my situation, like whomever I get involved with, right? If it doesn't work out, I'll chip, but don't fall. I'll go my day, go my life, you know. A lot of people, wise, they'll take it to heart. They'll shed tears. Their day goes to shit. And that's when depression kicks in, anxiety kicks in, emotional breakdowns, and then what? No motivation. What? Depression, anxiety. I'm tired. Emotional breakdowns. Yeah. The heartbreak, quote unquote, but it's not heartbreak. It's just anxiety attacks. Your heart is just a pump. It's just it's a pump for the body. Basically, it's an organ. That's all it does. It's all mental, man. It's all in the mental. Like heart. It's just all these analogy metaphors. You know, remember this. But everybody has a way of speaking. If that's the way you speak, I'm not knocking on you at all. Like you have your belief, I have my belief, right? I'm not better than you guys, but we can. You know, I would love to talk and vibe with you, compare notes, knowledge, and wisdom, analogy metaphor riddles, to see where you sit as a visual. You know, because if not, then you go your way, I go my way. I said there's people that talk to the universe, right? But what I preach about is like toxic relationships. Like don't be on those. The worst stress in the universe, the worst stress is toxic relationships. Because you have bills. Everyone from us has bills, right? But here's the kicker. The bills only do remind you once or twice a month or fucking weekly. Because you know you ain't paying your bills, right? Hey, pay me, I'll leave you alone for 30 days. That's all it does, right? It's man-made shit. Your partner every day bug down and give reminders, right? You're working, send you a text like, what are you doing? You know, all that shit, pin locations, I don't miss none of that shit. All that drama, like, fuck. That's so much stress. As it is, you don't like your life. Let's say you don't like your life, quote unquote, your job, the people in there, and then you got your partner stressing you. It's going to add more stress to your life. And then that's just at work. And they text you and blowing your ass up, right? And you're driving home like, fuck, I got to deal with her, I got to deal with him. Why? Why do you have to choose to want to deal with them? You don't have to. You have nowhere else to go in the whole fucking universe. Nowhere else to go. Like, don't, once again, religion talk, right? You do all this thing like when you die, go to heaven, hell. Respect, don't, if that's your choice, you have to sit on that, to be codependent of that thought, that fear, quote unquote. Every day, Bill Gunn, if you're in toxic, love, broken, codependent relationships, that is, you're driving, walking, whatever, to get home, right? To your dungeon, your fantasy, your hell on earth. Or if you have with your partner, you're blessed, fuck. That's your, especially your home, your four walls, that should be your temple, your peace, or aka your heaven on earth. I love going home. Fuck, I don't got a partner, it'd be nice to have a partner, but respect for Eastern Washington, beautiful girls, not beautiful women, because they don't know this conversation. They're religious, spiritually cool, but they don't want to have this conversation. They don't have to have this conversation. I say all the time, look at me, I'm the fucking devil in their eyes. I don't care. It's Eastern Washington, it's a lost cause. I already know the energy shit is garbage. It don't hurt my feelings at all. I go to the west side, the best side, Seattle, please. Beautiful queens out there. And the south side, get it, the north side of Seattle, the suburbs, fucking beautiful. Energy, they do, you know, all this conversation, they love my tattoos. Fucking, we talk about life, they're like, holy shit, yeah, it's pretty crazy, huh? Looked at myself, blessed. Really? What do you want to talk about? And we sit there, and I don't know, from Adams, just walking the streets of Seattle, visiting type of situation, or at the farmers markets. Like, that's why I come here, to chill with you. Support your father's business, but I love your energy. Every time you know, whatever I ask about life, you elaborate really well. You speak kind of fast. I know I'm trying to speak slower. I apologize, you know. Because I get it because you're passionate what you talk about. That's fucking beautiful. But yeah, if you try to slow it down more, it'd be nice. I'm trying. I apologize, you know. So, but at least, you know, the positive, they're trying to have the conversation. It's the time. If not, if it's too much for you, I can text you, whatever you want to do this conversation, and we do it. You know, whatever platform, type of situation, audio messages, whatever, we have these conversations. They're like, you know, that's good what you're doing. Like, oh yeah, I'm just here to tell stories. I was 4.5 years ago taught by a support team. All I want from you, just pay it forward. What? Just pay it forward as I was taught. You're on social media, you're doing one-on-ones, fuck, you're doing good for yourself. Just everything I taught you, pay it forward. That's what I say all the time. I speak on behalf of 10 people on my side and myself, 11, and thousands of queens, like 1% kings. Anyone that starts the healing journeys, I would love to hear your story, you know. And maybe I could learn from you. Because myself, I'm healed, I'm blessed. There is no more healing for me to do. Child trauma, all that, already, the generous cycle, I broke that shit. That's what my family thinks I'm crazy. It don't hurt my feelings. I'm crazy and I'm blessed when I go home. A lot of my family, they're sane and they go to the home and they're still bitching about each other. And they go to church, pray to a God, love, whatever religion, spiritual, atheist, because you have all types of family members, whatever their beliefs are, right? I tell them, y'all still together 4.5 years after my relationship, and I'm the crazy one. Y'all bitching about each other. But on these holidays, y'all lovey-dovey and shit for the gram, for social media, but everyone knows your relationship is toxic as fuck. I pray for you guys. I tell them, when I go home, I won't ever have that feeling again. That's the worst feeling to have, man. To be trying to go home, like, nope. Don't do that to yourself, So, but yeah, let me play some clips today. A lot of them, actually, because doing an hour more, yeah. And remember, if you have questions, don't mind, comment away to the fullest. How you're on this conversation. Like, don't ever feel alone, because the cool thing about technology is I'm always in your pocket 24/7, 365. That's what I have. Like, I got 15 cell phones, So I do many platforms just to get your attention. If you want to talk about life, you don't have to. But here's the kicker to forewarn you. You want to ever evolve in life if you don't feel your feelings. If you don't want to try to feel your feelings. Because you be codependent of the universe. All of it. Doesn't matter what you do. The best will modify it, lose weight, gain weight. Do what you got to do, right? Get all jobs, travel, go lavish, do what you got to do. But remember this, like, if you do it for yourself, cool. That's cool. You're doing it for yourself, right? But then this situation is when you involve somebody, a potential partner, lovey-dovey shit, quote-unquote, right? And it starts falling apart. It's like energy-wise. Let's say they're verbally abusive. Not physically yet, but really abusive. Calling you shit, ugly, fat, stupid, whatever, right? All popping out because they're triggered and shit. Short-tempered, but as a forewarning, the red flags more likely were there. Let's say the potential to be wise. Before you even had a verbal conversation with them, you looked at them at Starbucks, right? Keep it simple, Starbucks, right? You going for coffee? What's up with you? Energy, how you doing? How's it going? Eye contact, all that shit. It's energy, right? Cool, they got your attention. But let's say they're being really abusive to what you might call it, the customer type of situation, always angry type of situation, and not just like certain customers all the fucking time. That's a major red flag. Major red flag. They're not mean to you yet, and so they have a bad day. Their triggers, their trauma kicks in, and then you will become a customer, and they'll cuss your ass out. Sorry, babe, I was angry. I mean to the two of you, just had a bad day. That's the beginning of it, man. That's the shit. Don't do it to yourself. That's why it intends to. Your exes, all of them. I don't know what age you started dating type of situation, but all of them ones that failed, right? Forgive, not with just communication, not forget, and then let them go. All of them, best as possible. Do closure for yourself, comprehend why it failed, and because you're the only one who do comprehension. Your exes can't do comprehension. They do it for themselves. They can't do it for you. Your ex potentially, they can do like the closure. Cool. Let's say your ex actually comes to you, hey, I fucked up every which way. I'm doing the healing journey. I'm working on myself. So if your ex gives you closure and they're being authentic, will you be satisfied? Or you'd be like, oh, that's it? What do you mean? That's it? Like I heard before, like, what do you mean? It's just like that. It's that easy. Like, you fucked up. Yeah, you elaborate. Yeah, I did. I elaborated best as possible. All the shit I did wrong. But now I know why. I didn't have a support team. You're not satisfied? No. Then cool. Hey, that's on you, not on I did closure with myself. I'm being authentic myself to the fullest. My support team, I didn't have a support team. You're an awesome woman to the fullest. I just mistreated you because I had no guidance in life. You don't have to accept this at all. I pray for you. I go on my day, my life, on my tattoos, and that's it. You got your journey. I got my journey. I'm trying to heal, become healed. So I don't respect when I say this. I won't ever stress about no one in the universe when it comes to a potential partner. I can have 1,000 girlfriends. All of them, every single one of them can all ghost, leave, cheat, divorce me. Because it hurt my feelings. People I've heard before, they be like, so that means you're a narcissist. I go, it's like healthy narcissism. What do you mean? I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. I'm not codependent of you, queen, miss. There's a zillion queens in the universe. So you believe you're the only one that's qualified to be by my side? There's a zillion people out there, you know that, right? And I guarantee they're probably healing, potentially healed. That's what I say all the time. The potential to be by my side is a partner to announce to the whole universe, yo, this is my girl. Like, man, go on my YouTube, type in, Amber right there. There she is. My last ex-girl from like 2 years and like 5-6 months ago. I've been single since, right? There she is right there. Look at energy. Beautiful ass energy, man. That's why she helped me with certain parts of me when I was healed, but whatchamacallit, I can learn from others. We can get more wisdom to the fullest. That's why the cell phone, you reach out to somebody, it'd be nice, once again, it'd be nice if they respond to you, but as you told me, nobody has to respond to you. What? Don't have to try to bother you. Don't have to shit fuck up your day. Yes, you did your part. Yes, you did your part. You reached out to them. And that's it. Go on with your life. If they respond, cool. If they don't. That's it. You know? And when it comes to kids, it's even worse because, you know, like, oh, well, like my situation then was like, Max, you know, text me, even right now, hey, well, the kids are good. Yeah, they're doing good, whatever. But man, I don't have to respond. Because her and I talked about it. Because I respond like, in the beginning, like nothing, right? Cool. Co-parenting, all that shit, right? And on her side, I hit her up, hey, how's the boys? Nothing. And for a couple hours, they're okay, they're good, nothing. You know, I'm watching the stage in California, my ex-wife, and she'd be like, I came here to visit you, wives, and look at your energy's going to shit because of her. Love the outlook. Hey, what's up, little love? How you doing, queen? Thank you, queen. Whatchamacallit. So look at that. They take energy. You know, she's taking energy. So why don't you just match energy? You preach all this reverse psychology, right? So just match energy. Like what? Do what she's doing. So even when the boys are here with you, and she says how the boys doing, don't respond at all. Because she told me, like, what do you mean? Like, on your side, I'm a mother, right? I got my kids, single parent. At least you're doing co-parenting. Father and best spouse, or be on bother. He's like 1,000. Very, very factual. And whatchamacallit, she's like, you're co-parenting. My baby father, better baby father. Done this shit for all these years, right? And he lives in Oregon State. I'm in California. You can see him whenever he does it, right? He calls once in a while because he's drinking, go through this fitness type of situation, wants to be with me. And she's like, yeah, you're just drunk. We're not together, we're together, right? So, just match the energy. Yeah, that's shut me with that. Because before I'd be bothered, man, I'd just sit there and just marinate, stay quiet to myself, like, damn. She's like, it is somewhat wrong, quote unquote, if she's a quote unquote good person, but remember this, she doesn't have to respond otherwise. If something was wrong with the kid, I guarantee you she'd call you, get a hold of you. Somebody get a hold of you. But I guarantee she'll get a hold of you. I'm a mother, you know? After that, it was cool, like, what? So she actually like, I text you how the boys are, like, yeah. So I'm just doing reverse psychology and doing what you did to me. What would you do to me? So now we're better. That's what the intent is doing. It's not a grudge, nothing like that. Just communication and what? Comprehension. To try to be both on the same page as best as possible. That's a positive, man. That's what it's called co-parenting. But initially, it's easier said than done. But support teams help a lot. I promise you that every which way, you know? Oh, this is a past talk, right? This is a good one. So on TikTok, versus two queens, like, they're like, respect when I say this, respect when I say this. Probably tell a lot of religious people, right? Like, I'm, remember, as a foreigner, born as a Catholic, but I'm not quite up in religion, nor the spiritual universe. I'm in the middle. I'm just like, woke, referee, hey, told you and guide you. Higher source, whatever you believe is there. But everyone, you don't comprehend this, but everyone's a messenger. Everyone's communication. I'm talking to you, whomever's talking to you. Be a positive or negative. You're the only one to do comprehension. You're the only one that can feel your feelings, to comprehend your feelings. Nobody else can do it for you. But you don't have to comprehend that. That is your choice, you will. Trust me, I've heard all the time, especially with religious people, like, you don't go to hell for that. If that's the case being, the hell can wait for me respectfully. I'm not scared of hell respectfully, because all my tattoos about robbery of life, I know what I'm talking about. But as for one of the top people, as long as you know what you're doing, communication comprehension, then what do? Whatchamacallit? You're doing communication comprehension. Who are you speaking to? What's up, queen? How you doing? They're doing communication. They don't have to comprehend. Nobody does. How you doing, queen? How's it going? Sorry I didn't see you on.
Hey, how do I put the video on?
Oh, you click on your box, and the bottom right, this should be the camera, and you push the camera, I believe.
Live access needed to go live on a video. What does it say? Live access needs to go live on a video as a guest. What?
Or knowledge.
I don't know.
That's weird, because typically was you can...
Anyways, I agree with everything you're saying. As somebody who's an outside perspective,
go for it.
This is my second live I did. I'm so excited.
Welcome to life, queen.
Because I love to yap. I'm a yapper. As somebody from an outside perspective who has friends who like have kids who have to deal with a lot of like their other spouse drama.
Yeah.
It's so upsetting because my friends are such good parents, and it's like not that the other person isn't a good parent, but it's like they care way more about drama than they do about their kid, and it's so upsetting.
Right.
I'm like, isn't, and I don't even have children. I have 2 dogs.
Okay.
Doesn't
Fur
the kid
babies.
come first?
Yeah.
Like, isn't all the bullshit supposed to be set aside? You know what I mean? No matter
Right.
who
But do you know why?
anybody's dating. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, see, but I was asking, do you know why they bump their heads like that in general? I'm asking.
What are you asking? Sorry.
Like, do you know why? You know, when people split up, right? Like, I'm a single father too. You know, with 8 kids, 2 baby moms, right? Like when we separate, do you know why we bump heads initially in the beginning? Why we can't do co-parenting initially?
No, please explain.
So typically, for the most part, right? And this is like my support team 4.5 years ago. One of my boys, a king, and then 9 queens, right? They elaborated it out. They told me, fear in a positive manner, right? Go for it. The longer you are with the individual, the more it's going to hurt both of you. Whereas more empathetic will get destroyed. Whereas more narcissistic will go out and having the whole face, right? So that's part of it. The intensive detail of codependency. And when the little kids are there, every kid deserves to see the parents together. Yes, if they're healthy for each other. If not, it's best to squash it and do co-parenting the best as possible. But the problem with initially co-parenting I was, my support team was, is remember this, fear in a positive man, right? You and I cannot give or buy back what? God Almighty cannot give it back to you. What is it? Love, time, feelings. We comprehend that. Why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings around people around you, especially by your side as a partner? So when you're someone like my first baby mom, 12 years deep, 3 daughters deep, right? That's a long time together. And my second baby mom is the mother of boys, 7 years, 5 boys. 4 by blood and my stepson, right? There it is, 7 years. That's a long time. And now you have to do co-parenting. Like, what's your baby mom? The first one, MIA. So I respect my tattoo. She's a Debbie mother, which is her choice for will. Nothing against her. I can't blame why she did what she did, right? But that's a different story, respectfully. So now with this one, you're trying, right? There it is. It's your your lifetime. I mean, your love, your time, your feelings. You can't get it back. You got 7 years with her. And both of you and all the kids cannot get it back at all. So the intent, best as possible, to co-parenting. Even bump heads, doing the cell phone, etc., but not in front of the kids. As it is, to traumatize. They're going through a shock. Oh shit, mom and dad not together now, and they're gonna see potentially someone on her side, new partner, maybe on your side, and the intent to do co-parenting on both sides. It's easier said than done, but you gotta control your feelings best as possible. If not, you can bump heads and become the tattoo, the bitter baby daddy, baby mama type of situation. And you can be good people in general, but when it comes to trying to do co-parenting, that's the thing, because of feelings, love, and time you can't get back at all. So that's the main part of it. Yeah, the main part of it. And the second one is...
That's why I stopped on your live, because you seem very self-aware.
Oh, thank you, Queen.
And I feel like that... I always try to see the good in people, but I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of people lack the self-awareness, and everybody's different, and the priorities are different.
Very factual. Very factual. And for the most part, you queens, like, I'm saying all women, a lot of them are empathetic-wise, they're taught to be caregivers, right? So you guys do, for the most part, communication comprehension. Try to be on the same page, right? Us Likee boys are actually more narcissistic because we're raised incorrectly. We're not taught to express our feelings to our partners at all, and in general. So if I'm having a bad day, because the energy and the way let's say I'm your partner, what's going on with me, right? Baby, you good? Because you look pretty sad, man. Like, I'm good. What? And then, not any type of we do, right? You ask me again, are you sure? Because you look pretty sad. I go, you dumb? Are you stupid? I just told you, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right? And there's the shots fired trigger. That's the verbal abuse, right? But because we're raised incorrectly, that's why it's called what? The big ass word right here, the generational cycle. For the most part.
The tattoos are dope, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Oh, these are just. It's all out of notes to the universe. It's a map to life, basically, wise. Like, respect, when I say this, it's like the modern day Bible, respectfully. Like, to skim it down, make it simple as possible, black and white, straight to the point. Like, if you want. So that's. Say that again?
I'm super big into, like, being open, and, like, even if you're Christian or even if you're Catholic, it's like whatever works for you.
Right.
I can't even name them all, but, like, I'm
right.
super
Buddhist, etc.
So I get it.
Yeah.
I have, like, one male friend, not one male friend, but I have a guy friend who was a baby mama.
Okay.
Her priority is to cause drama and to make you jealous of the guy. That is what she's needing. She's absolutely crazy pants.
Right.
My best friend is dating him, been dating for 3 years, and all she's tried to do is raise hell for her. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then I have a girlfriend who has a baby,
Uh-huh.
and his priority was to get 2 trucks and not even text her saying, when can I pick him up?
Right.
When can I see him? When can I do this, that, and the
That'd be
third?
fun
That's
type
why
of situation. Yeah.
I love that everybody's different. I'm super big on that. Like, I love difference of opinion. I love different personalities. I love different people.
Right.
But it's like, where's the line where it's like, why? You know what I mean? There's a good and there's a bad line, and there's a spectrum. You know?
Right. Most definitely. Most definitely.
There's a spectrum of good and bad, and there's
Correct.
a spectrum of right and wrong. And inherently, we know what's right.
Right. Very factual. Right.
Well, you know, like you said, we should be able to communicate without being like, "Are you fucking dumb?" Are you stupid? It's like,
right.
you know what I mean? I
Right.
have a lot of friends, and we talk shit to each other. We roast each other all the time, and I love that type of friendship.
Right.
And I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban, so you know.
Oh, Latina. Awesome. I'm Chicano Mexican American. Queen, when I say what I say that again.
No, go ahead. I'm yapping.
Oh, you Queen. In this universe, everybody has their own gift, right? I tell people my situation, like you, right? My situation, if I pay to talk and be a zillionaire, that's my gift. I love talking, especially about life. I can talk about life forever. You know.
Me too. That's the thing, and I have friends who are like, "Oh, you talk too much."
I hear, yo, Queen. I hear that all the time. I'm like, what's wrong with talking?
I
Yeah.
have friends that say, "I love when you yap." I'm like, "Oh, cool." Then I have friends that say, "I'll listen to you, but you yapping a lot." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I get it.
Everybody's different, and you gotta choose and pick who you want to be in.
Yeah,
life,
very
and
factual.
Choose and pick, and the rejection is, you know what I mean? You gotta
Correct.
move on.
Most definitely. So remember this when it comes to like the better baby, that mama drama bullshit, right? And people in general, like I'm gonna get a tat on me, right? And make my shirts and hoodies, right? To check out the whole universe. So my job, a face tattoo, I challenge all the universe, capital L, universe 2 to 10, the matrix, right? And they'll be like, who the fuck are you? Oh, I got you. Or we're saying, well, we're the referees, judges of all the universe. To call you out in a positive manner, because I focus on life. I'm happy you're religious. I'm happy you're spiritual, atheist, science, $1 billion, right? But in your 4 walls, at home, if you're by yourself and you hate being by yourself, you don't want to be alone yet. You don't want to come ahead and be alone. So there's a major problem right there. So you're better at home and you just woke up, right? And then from there, when it talks relationships, you're bad about everything man-made, but when you go home, you're drained to go home. That's the dilemma, right? So, and for the most part, remember this, keep it black and white, very simple. Every day we're going, what does everybody have? Free will and choice. So what am I doing? What am I choosing? Queen, what are you doing? What are you choosing? What's the whole universe doing and choosing, right? So if you as a being, right, especially the fucking adult, here's the best part to call the universe, this cell phone, 10 in my hand for a reason, has all the answer life because the humans created the AI. I promise you, ask Alexa, Google, you know, Siri is cheating wrong. You know, Alexa is co-parent, you know, being a baby. It'll tell you the fucking answer, but no matter, they can hear it, read it, watch it, they don't have to comprehend. Everyone's got free will and choice, right? So, but to treat you in a positive manner, do not call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual, atheist person if you know you're doing fucking wrong. You're good for the streets, you're good for nothing, basura garbage, respectfully.
I mean, that's the thing is what I learned. I'm 28, right? So that's the older I got, I learned that, like, it doesn't matter what you believe in, it matters if you're a good person.
Very well.
At the end of
1,000.
the day, exactly what you said, is free will. I'm super hoodoo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The choice to be a better person, you know what I mean? Like, I believe heavy in that because I respect people more who choose to be a better person.
That's beautiful.
And then you notice the people who decide that they want to start shit.
Correct. The drama queens, energy vampires.
You
Right.
notice it on top. And
Cece,
like,
you got money? I don't got money. Do you got money?
Not, but, you know, it's like the ego. I'm gonna judge you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it is ego. Our narcissist traits.
I'm like, why can't you choose to like switch your attitude? And it's so hard to like get out of that where it's like you can't make anybody do anything.
No, it's very factual. I'll remember this. So I just got a first tattoo right here, right? It says, so basically it says, you know, to treat the whole universe in a positive manner. Once again, right? It says, you know what? Before I misquote myself, I have too many tattoos. Let me go to my photos real fast. Actually, matter of fact, I think it's my TikTok, but let me see. I think I have it right here.
I'm in Vegas. It's like every corner is like smoke shop, tattoos, and nail places.
Oh, you're in Vegas? Awesome.
Every corner.
The idea is to potentially go to Vegas for the first time. I heard it's pretty nice out there. So this is my tattoo right here, right? As a being, I call the whole universe out. So it's right here. So it says, God, Allah, Buddha, the universe, your ancestors, support teams. We can't fix, change, or save you at all. Only that person in the mirror can. All we can do for each other is heal, guide, support, uplift, forewarn, show love to each other. We are messengers, communication. Fall back, be alone, start your healing journey. Have a support team to forgive, yes, not forget, and let go. Do closure for yourself, comprehend why it failed, happened. Only you can do comprehension. I tell you, no one has to comprehend that. Because especially, I'm raised a Catholic, right? And then, leave it in God's hands. Say that again?
I was raised Catholic too.
Oh, you know what's going on. You know what's going on.
And I grew out of it.
Yeah, so I'll buy with religion, right, to a certain extent, and the spiritual, I'm in between, right? And as a forewarning, man, when people call you, like, you can't be religious, spiritual, you can be a butterfly if you want to. As long as you show respect.
Exactly.
Right. So.
The way you identify as, you could be a purple.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
Tell you a story about when I was at the Catholic Church when I was a kid.
Go for it.
I saw somebody get possessed and she got taken out in a straitjacket.
Oh shit.
Crazy. I was a little girl with my grandpa, like Cuban ass grandpa. And I hear this lady next to us in the pew. Thank God the pew was super separated, but it's this poor Filipino lady and she's cursing to herself. And she got louder and louder. I looked at my grandpa and I was like, and then she starts like freaking out in the middle of the service, screaming, flailing, like literally losing her mind. And they had to call the people and she got taken out in a straitjacket. And it scared the shit out of me.
Right.
And that's not the thing that got me out of Catholicism. It was like a bunch of things.
Right.
I think the biggest thing about faith, and this is my own opinion, is that what is about faith is what you feel, and faith is what you experience.
Right.
My opinion, or
Go for it.
what I've experienced,
please.
So much universe and spirit and like manifestations and magic to myself between me and the universe only.
Correct.
I've experienced so much between us that it's hard for me not to believe, and that's my faith.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a book. It's not something that people are making themselves believe. It's literally like I've experienced these things, and I think the universe got my back in all different types of ways.
Okay.
That's my faith. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
The universe is always talking to you. Yeah, and at the same time, it's always testing you. And that's what I tell people. You got free will and choice. What are you doing choosing? Like the cartoons, I got a tattoo of a little angel whisper in my ear for God, right? Higher source. And then love for Lucifer. Every day bug out. And then for people that are atheists, I have it right here. It says like consciousness, subconscious, continuity, continuity, yin, yang, right? I have all the basic aspects of my body, right? So, which I'm going to call it. I go, so every day bug down, we all got free will and choice. Remember this. What are you doing? What are you choosing? So if you choose to do wrong, remember this. God says, quote unquote, higher source says, it's do good. That's wrong what you're doing. Lucifer's like, no, listen to God, listen to me. Do that. I promise you 1,000. You cheat on her one time, 3 more times, she ain't going nowhere. And remember this. God and Lucifer put a gun to my head. I got free will and choice. What am I doing? What am I choosing? It's called what? A premeditated choice. I sat there, pondered about it. You know what? Fuck it. Let me cheat one more time. Oh shit, she didn't cheat 3 more times. She still didn't leave me. Guess what? I keep cheating. Yeah, so.
Every time, and I say this all the time, and my friends are crazy. Every time I fall away from spirit, and I know that I do, every time I come back, she welcomes me with open arms.
Beautiful.
And I know that every time I fall back, and I know I fall back, and I come back, and I journal and I meditate. I wish I could figure out the camera thing, because I got a little few tattoos. I got a humps on my leg, and a little lotus, and 1111, and it's like, the thing most to me.
Yeah, I just followed you. Try again, because I know I wasn't following you, so maybe that's the dilemma. So I just followed you, so maybe that might help or not. Or if you want to, I don't know if you can switch boxes. But typically, you switch in your box, it'll say like mic and it'll say camera. But if not, because I click on your box, it just shows camera, but it's just blank. Or if you want to, Queen, if you want to, you can get off the live and jump back in the live if you want to. It could be TikTok.
I love talking to you. You're so cool.
Oh, thank you, Queen. I work to myself every which way. I get to tell stories now. Yeah. Hey, that's cool. Once again, respect all these platforms. typically the queens jump in the box or in the comments or the DMs. That's why respect. I said it's 98% of my followers are girls, women, single mothers. 1% men out there that actually trying to work on themselves. 1% is nothing, but it's something that's better than nothing. But 1% is we're taught not to express our feelings, and that's why we still, not knowing, we still sabotage relationships every which way. Every which way. So I tell the queens, like, if you're more empathetic wise and you know you're doing communication and comprehension, that's what you're doing as a being. For the most part, I'm saying all of them, a lot of them are more empathetic wise. You've been doing that. Like your mom did it, your auntie, or Lita, grandma did it. Us men, though, raised incorrectly, all that old school stigma bullshit. We work hard, work hard and that's it, make money, keep the house, providing that's it. But at the home, it's all the wife, deal with the kids. That's not going to be healthy. If they're both cool with it, they both talk about it, communication, comprehension, and the same page, then that's cool. They both talked about it. But if there's no conversation about it, that's the dilemma. And respectfully, which I'm gonna call it, a lot of Spanish queens taught to be caregivers and slaves type of maids type of situation, you know. Did it work? Didn't work?
I don't know.
I apologize.
I'm so bad with social media. It's like crazy, like, because I used to help my grandparents all the time.
Yeah.
My grandparents raised me, so it's like, you know, they get,
Oh,
like,
did they? Okay.
I don't know how to use this. Can you help me in this? That, and
Oh,
I'm like, yeah,
Queen, potentially. Well, I'm surprised you're alive. Maybe TikTok changed the rules, right? But back in the day, 4 years ago, right? I'm gonna just take a picture of this real fast. Whatchamacallit? Oops, sorry. Whatchamacallit? To go live, you have to have 1,000 followers, right? And maybe they changed the number lower now, so maybe you can go live, but you can't come up yet because you don't have 1,000 followers. I don't know. I don't speak TikTok. That's the rules then 4.5 years ago. So that's why I saw your numbers right now. You have 4 and change. Like, oh, I'm surprised you're on here, you know, but once again, you know, I'm happy you jumped in the box. I love having a conversation about real life. And when I say respect to you, as a being, right? Hispanic, you know, Mexican American, Chicano from the States, right? Me as a being, I'm not saying you, they're all the same, but like, you know, my first being Latina, from Venezuela, raised in New York, East Coast, all that, right? So I know all about the East Coast, how they function, and the Latin culture, right? Because I'm Hispanic, quote unquote. Me as a being, I don't vibe with Spanish people at all for the most part. Spanish queens, they're healing. Like you, I can tell, you're healing. You know, you can have this conversation. That's beautiful. I can talk about with you. A lot of Spanish queens can't have this conversation. They're too respectful, too involved with their looks, their body. You know, the whole infatuation with Latino, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Mexican. Like, yeah, that's cool. It's a race, the culture. But queen, your body, your beauty, and the race culture does not make you a better person as a being. If I can't talk to you, respect me to call the whole universe. If you're my partner, and your partners in general, if you can't talk to them, and that's your partner, the person you love, your husband, wife, what are you doing there? Respectfully.
Has to be your bestie.
Dead ass. Oh, dead ass. 1,000.
Well, one more thing, I'm not trying to gas you up and blow smoke, but like you're the only one talking about real shit. That's like why I stopped doing your thing, because you know you go through lives and
yes, like, scrolling.
yeah. You cool or whatever, and I'm like, I love that. Like I stopped on somebody who like I want to yap. Like I love talking about real life shit or like the hoodoo voodoo shit. And,
yeah. Hey, that's cool. Thanks for stopping by. Most definitely. You know, if you want to, before you leave here, if you're not leave yet, I'm gonna play a clip wise, and I'd like to hear your opinion because I can talk respect for you're more spiritual now, and you know, definitely in the healing journey, right? So, me as a being, so like I'll show you. How about this? I'll introduce you to the whole world. How about this, right? Let me show you. So this is TikTok, right? So this is Facebook. This is IG. This is Mother Facebook. This is Bigo. Meet Me Shut Off. That's Mother TikTok. That's Twitch. That's Likee, and this is Clubhouse. So it's 10 platforms of live podcast, basically. I've been doing it for this, like all 10 of them, 4.5. I mean, a year and a half now. Overall, in general, 4.5 years. So ever since my breakup, May 3rd, 2020, that not physically, emotionally, but spiritually, I lost my second family, you know. But I wanted to figure life out. I was like, there's got to be somebody in the whole fuck universe that be a religious person, atheist. I don't care what they are, who they are. You know, it could be ET that's got to know the answer to life and not close enough. There's got to be all these people. There's no way everyone's suffering. Respectfully, that's highly impossible. There's got to be somebody, you know. So I do my podcast type of situation, and they reached out to my support team on IG and Facebook, and I got blessed. And I get to tell stories now, right? So.
Hey, you deserve it too. You deserve it. You actually talking about real. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Queen. I care about the universe because I respectfully like.
I love talking about the universe because it's so real to me, and I want to put people on, but like it's so hard. You can't make anybody believe. You know
No, exactly. But remember this.
It's so hard.
But as they being, as a foreign, like, I used to have the same thought, right? The same feeling, like, as they being, as long as you know what you're talking about, what are you doing, Queen? Communication and what? Comprehension. As they being, and anyone that sits there, right, in your box, face to face, and sit there as long as they're a little open-minded and patient with you, they are doing communication. They don't have to comprehend it. But the positive is this, and this line is not my line, it's my support team 4.5 years ago. But I'm talking to you, right? I'll give you all my notes, knowledge, wisdom, and knowledge, metaphor, riddles. Like you say the word scenarios, I'll give you every option in this scenario, but you don't have to comprehend. But we can have this conversation. I know what I'm talking about, and when I go home, no toxicity. I'm not going to go home with my partner. I love myself. You're fresh out of breakup right now. You can shed all the tears you want to. Nothing wrong with shedding tears, but and I tell them like they tell me why. It's like my one-on-one is like you make it sound so easy because my support teams, not because of myself, my support teams. We hold you and guide you. That's what we do. We pick you, bring you down, and remind you, hey. My motto, day by day, baby, says, well, that's how we do. You're not guaranteed tomorrow, but tomorrow morning you wake up above ground, you have one more day to live. What are you doing? What are you choosing? To stay sad, depressed, PTSD, or to try to work on yourself? Reach out for help. Nothing's wrong with reaching out, you know?
That's what I tell my friends, too, is like, you know, they get all hyped up about what other people think, and I'm like, babe, there's nothing wrong with agreeing to disagree.
1,000.
You know what I mean?
I thought, hey.
We don't ever have to have the same opinion. But
Correct.
We choose to love each other for who we are.
Very factual.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Queen. Very factual.
I love to have a good debate.
Hey, positive debate. Hey, positive debates are beautiful.
I agree with my friends and submit my opinion, but that's literally what I see is that, like, I could tell you my hoodoo voodoo things.
Yeah.
And I'll have friends who are hoodoo voodoo, and I have friends that are logical. And I love to hear the logical stuff.
Correct.
Because it's a balance.
No, it is. It is.
Day, I'm gonna have what I believe in.
Right.
And you can have what you believe in. You're not gonna bring me back down to earth.
Right.
Logical friends that I have are
yeah.
like, why do you believe in that?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. This, that, and the third. I'm like, babe, you don't have to comprehend it.
Correct.
It's all good. You don't have to understand it, but just let me understand it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, very Queen, very factual. Yeah. Hey, I'm happy for you. That's why my tattoo, right? No matter what you are, good religion is my bites, my tricep. If you're a good person, show me respect. I'm a good person. I will show respect. Please don't Bible thumb me. I would love to hear your stories. Whatever you can remember this. We have our caregivers, right? They teach us what they teach us, and that's it. And then from there, as we become young adults and older adults leave the household, there's so many cultures, religion, you meet people, and you hear, hey, I'm born Catholic, I'm from Seattle. Taste the rainbow. All the culture, nationalities in the universe. All these, I've heard so many stories in Seattle, right? I love Seattle, right? The big city type of situation. I don't have to comprehend their stories, right? But I sit there and it intrigues me because they believe in all like the age
of culture.
All day, right?
Oh
so that's
my favorite. Like I literally have a ranking. Like my favorite is Indian culture.
Middle Eastern.
The
That's cool.
Dancing, the wardrobe, everything about it.
Yeah.
It's so. The family dynamic. It's so beautiful to me. You know.
Yeah.
To me, it's so beautiful.
What I was gonna say. Respect and say, man, we have opinions, right? So on the female side, the queen side, yes, beautiful, exotic. And a lot of cultures, the females are beautiful, exotic, and their energy is phenomenal, right? Communication, comprehension, empathetic. They're only down from the male side when it comes to Middle Eastern, many cultures. The male side, too fucking controlling, too dominant, too narcissistic. So in Spanish culture, right? I don't know if you speak Spanish or not, but right? So el machismo in English is narcissism double standard. So scenario, I don't know if you ever dealt with this, if you date Spanish people, etc. type of situation, right? But let's say I was with you, right? And I'm el machista, my tattoo, again, narcissistic wise, right? So initially, before I meet you in the gram, whatever, on these platforms, you lovey-dovey type of situation, self-love, bikinis, whatever. You don't show your body off, right? You're doing self-love, but remember this, if I'm too jealous and trolling because I'm so traumatized of my exes in the beginning, I gotta throw a front. As I said, my tattoos, whether they're too narcissistic, whether they're the best Oscar nominated actors in the universe, they can act nice, be narcissistic. They can't be nice, at least not yet, be empathetic wise. So you gotta be very cautious with that. So in the beginning, it's all lovey-dovey and shit, right? But little by little, I got your platforms like, babe, if you love me, to guys I manipulate, you remove that picture off the gram. If you love me, that post, you remove it. And little by little, if you love me, I'm gonna just guess and manipulate, push you away from your from everybody, your family, friends, because now it's just you and I type of situation. But here's the kicker. So you're doing that because you do love me, right? Cool, submissive, all the corny ass talk, right? But here's on my side, I'm emotion shit in front of your face. You look at it, I'm flirting, right? And you don't say nothing. But in the Spanish culture, you really can't say that because you get scolded by everybody. your mother's side, his mother's side, my mother's side. It's a big drama type of situation. So that's called machismo, double standard type of situation. It's like, don't do it to yourself. So in the Middle Eastern culture, they're really bad about, the males are really bad about that. They get triggered about that shit. I'm like, the queens are cool. No, I mean, I love our culture for sure, but it's the male side. We're raised to be more assertive. We're the men. We run the show. All this corny bullshit. We fight. There ain't nothing to fight about, man. It's not medieval times. Use your words. I could, as a being, right? As a being, which I get out of my body pretty soon, right? And make my shirts and hoodies. It'll say, I can trigger, traumatize, I'm going to take it back. I said it backwards. I can destroy, traumatize, trigger 95% of the universe. 1,000% of the narcissistic universe with words, feelings, conversation, the truth. How, why, I'm only one being. Make this shit sense, you know what I mean? Make it make sense type of situation. So that's why as a being, I just tell stories. That's all I do now. I'm not the healing journey, the victim mentality, right? We have the right to feel like that initially. Awakening, now you're war, and then awakened journey, you're a survivor. Well, we just tell stories. All the original myself, I can tell you about what I used to go through, what I did wrong. That's why the intent as beings is to do what? Tell to do accountability every which way. So my support team, my situation 4.5 years ago. Go for it. I'm sorry, Queen. I apologize. But,
no, go ahead. I just was agreeing with you because the same conversations that I have with people, it's like different. And I used to be a toxic person.
Same here. Not as bad, but I get that.
I used to be a bad person. But that's the thing is, like, I got out of that.
Yeah.
And I decided, like, I don't want to be, like, a shit starter. I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to be a narcissist. I don't want to be unempathetic anymore. Like,
right.
I know that I used to be a bad person.
Okay.
And then I talk to some of my friends, and they're like, they have the same story.
Right.
Or they're like,
similar.
They're like, how did you get out of that? You know what I mean?
Right.
And they have questions and stuff.
That's
Why
beautiful.
Did you change the way that you thought when you were doing it? And I have the answers. Like, when I lied to people when I was younger, I told them, the reasoning, what I was thinking in my head at that moment was either I have to cover my ass or I'm only thinking about myself.
Right, selfish, yeah.
I take accountability. Excuse me, bless you. Accountability is the biggest thing that people have to take into account. Is like, it's
correct.
So important to be self-aware and take accountability for the things that, you know what I mean? Everybody has pros and cons, and everybody has something to work on. The
correct.
people that think that they don't have nothing to work on, those people that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like, too narcissistic. Yeah, I'm perfect. Far from that.
About life, or like they're upset with their life, and I'm like, I love my life.
Right, that's beautiful.
Because I still have things to work about.
Yeah.
So Latina, you know what I mean? I'm still crazy. They
well,
still trigger me. And I'm still working on it.
Right.
But that's just how life is. And the thing that keeps me going is the fact that I could catch myself and be like,
that's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, your triggers. Right. That's beautiful. That's a good subject. Actually, I pushed that too, right? So to put the image of a stoplight on my forearm, right, to get your attention. So put it in your head. So every time you see stoplights, triggers, right? The red light, you're bothered. Someone's digging you, whomever, your kid, I got kids, your partner, your boss. You look at them, you give them the look of death, like, hey, kick back. Not even words, energy, right? Facial expression, right? And then your light, you're angered. Pride and ego, everyone has narcissist traits. Control that shit. Or sit there, hit the green light, and become what? Triggered. Now you build hatred. Now you build hate to the fullest. That's what my tattoo says, to call you in a positive manner, right? Observe, control, comprehend your triggers, bother, angered. If you become triggered, hatred says, don't become triggered. Hatred, you build hate. The devil comes out of you, BPD, MPD, flash, snap, blacked out. You got triggered by words, feelings, conversation, and truth. A premeditated choice. So
Can I tell you what happened to me last week?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Take over.
Literally, and I used to be a fighter. Like, I got kicked out of schools. I used to, like, fight with people all the time. And, like, you know what I mean? And I got out of that, like, a long time ago. I'm not going to fight nobody no more. I'm too old for that shit. Last week, I'm at work, and this woman literally had a psychotic break, similar to the church thing.
Okay.
I told her we close at 10, and I'm in Vegas.
Okay.
You could do a 2-point turn and hit a bar immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I work in a restaurant, so we told her, like, we close at 10, it's 9:30, we don't serve cocktails anymore. He snapped. Long story short, she was getting in my face. It ended up in a big scene. She's trying to fight me. She's trying to fight my manager.
Damn.
Like, it's a trigger.
Over a bottle?
Because I could easily run outside and drag you.
Right.
And you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you triggered my anger. And I'm the type to, like, roast you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, she got in my face. The only thing that could come out of her mouth was calling me a dumb fucking cunt. And she had her phone in my face.
Oh, Karen.
And at that point, I was like, oh my God. And I just started posing because I was like, I'm not gonna
Hey, have fun with it, right? Get the good shot, get the good side.
And she's trying to come at me and she's yelling at me. She goes, you look like you need makeup. I said, baby, you look like you need enough of the both of us. You know what I'm saying? You have enough of both of us. You look like a clown and you acting like a clown. You know?
Right.
Deep in the good part of me, in the place that I want to be, you know, in the higher self,
right.
I told myself, like, this woman is sick.
She's suffering, right, most definitely.
Something's going on with her and she's snapping right now.
Very factual.
I'm a nice person and I know that in my soul and I take pride in that.
Yeah.
So literally at the register, the thing that made her snap, I told her we're not serving cocktails anymore. Well, that's a good way to run away business, huh? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, do you want food? She goes, no. And she walks out, grabs her boyfriend, she turns back around, and that's when it started. She goes, what's your fucking name? And I was like, I'm not going to tell you my name. You already given me danger vibes.
Right.
Like, I don't know what you're about to do. You know what I mean? When you feel somebody's energy, it's dark.
1,000. Yeah, no, it's... Right, and, you know, Catholic talk, right? Religious talk, right? Behind this here, I have the passage from Cain and Abel. So what I say is being... No matter if you're religious spirit, I don't care if you're ET, right? So all of us can become Cain and take your brother Abel out, emotion, mental, spiritually, really physically, because we got triggered by words, feelings, conversation, and truth. It doesn't matter who you are.
It's too easy. It's almost too easy to be triggered.
Right.
It's like, why don't I challenge myself and be, you know what I mean, and be a bigger person and not be triggered? It's almost too easy to choose the path that's like, I'll beat the brakes off of you. And I told her, I said, babe, I'll beat the brakes off of you. I promise you don't want this. Very calm. And she's in her mind. And in my higher self, I was like, this isn't worth the energy, and it's not worth the job. Even though I'm, you know what I mean, I'm super cool at my job, and like my job loves me, my job. It's not worth the time and the energy to, as easily as I could when I was in that toxic stage, to go out and start, you know what I mean, getting all hyped up.
I'm happy that you control your triggers, right? That's beautiful, because like you said, the origin yourself, there would be no words probably, it's scrapping, it's over, done deal, right? And you go into your day.
It was a moment for me where I was like, oh, like, I can control myself.
Yeah,
and I felt better controlling myself.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, her boyfriend's mortified and trying to drag her out.
I was, yeah.
And at the end, he finally pulls her out of the store.
Okay.
And she wallops him in the face.
My first baby mom's right there, yeah.
This is the thing. It was none of my business to begin with.
Right, but you were just doing your...
making my business.
Right, now, Queen, you just did your part and that's it. But remember, everyone, the word all, but 95% of it is traumatized, right? So if we don't have support teams, and typically for the most part, if they're opposite track, you know, the way he carries himself, he's probably more empathetic. She's more narcissistic, right? Easy gets triggered. And he accepts it. Like my first baby mom, I got slapped. I could tell you many stories, man, about her, right? But
you got slapped?
I got slapped, almost stabbed. I got my head busted open with a skillet a couple times. So yeah, I can tell you stories, man.
By a woman?
My first baby mom, Latina, yeah. She's my first love, quote unquote, all that, yeah.
That breaks my heart.
It's okay. It's okay. It's...
Yeah. I don't think anybody should ever...
Nobody should. Nobody should.
I'm not calling them crazy, but people are, you know what I mean? People, you know what I mean?
We're traumatized. A lot of us, remember that we're traumatized. My situation, what I preach is like, if no one teaches what, you know, everyone can be empathetic and be narcissistic, but no one tells you about these terms. Hey, this is an empath, this is a narcissist, this is triggers, you know, there's energy. If the red flags are there, what do you mean? Like, she's beautiful.
From how you're raised.
Exactly. The environment.
Your parents especially.
Child trauma.
It's such a big realization.
Hey, what's up, Steph? How you doing, Queen?
Who you were raised by makes such a big impact on
in your life. Yeah, as a being.
And who you are as a person, it's your choice to break out of that.
Very
you have
factual.
to gain self-awareness.
Right.
And you have to realize that there are things that are, you know what I mean? Like, what's the word? More morale or more, I don't know, just like the good and the bad that we were talking about. Like, it's inherently you know that, like, you know, you shouldn't put your hands on somebody.
Right. Negative. Please don't do that. Right, but if you like situation like my situation, right? Nothing my parents, you know, I doubt they ever hear this, but they do. They know I talk about them, right? I go, my pops, you know, to respect the Spanish culture, many cultures, the men are more, you know, for sure, really abusive and physically abusive. Yeah. I got my ass kicked for many years in my life, right? For sure, I didn't even supposed to get my ass kicked for anything that I didn't do, right? But I get my father now because my grandfather was like that, and my great grandfather was like that, and my uncle's like that. Oh, cool. That's all they fucking know. You know, a little kid talks shit, boom, pop him in the mouth. You know, the wife talks shit, pop him in the mouth. And no one says shit. They don't get in trouble, nothing. Say that again?
That's not how you are.
Correct. Well,
you had to be the one to break that.
Well, I broke the... Okay, so everyone has narcissist traits. So my father being... That's me. Anything you get physical, obviously hella narcissist traits. So that's the physical part of narcissist traits. Then you have the verbal part. So I didn't become physical, but my mouth was vicious, right? So my situation... Yeah. My father traumatized me in words, and my first baby mom was traumatized in words. So after I overcame both of them, I could debate anybody. I tell people like, yo, as a forewarning, if you can't handle words, please don't open your mouth. I will traumatize you. And they're just words. What? If you want to debate, just do it. But I'm letting you know, you're gonna shed tears, or you're to the point you want to hit me because there's this conversation, you know. But the best part, they're just words. I get it. You know, they're spelled said otherwise. But if you can't, then don't even try. Why would you? Well, we try. Cool, you know. So that's the situation. Like I tell people, like as a being, right? As a being, which I learned the hard way. And I just pay 14 words now, right? So the worst people you can destroy with your words is who? Your partners and your kids. Everybody else, siblings, coworkers, social media, you can kiss and make them 1 billion fucking times. But your partners and kids, that's hard to rekindle. Really hard to rekindle. You know? So that's why I just tell stories. Seven Queen?
I can't put myself in that situation, but I have empathy, and I can't even imagine because I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I
take your time.
Because my grandparents used to beat the shit out of me when I was young.
You know what's going on. Yeah, it's...
You know what I mean? Like, they lost both their kids, my mom and my cousin's uncle. And there's a point in life where you grow up and you have to take a step back and say, I understand. I have some forgiveness in me for what you did to me, but I understand where you were coming from, and I'm not going to be like that.
Correct.
But the same thing that you said, my mouth.
Yeah.
I got out the stage of, like, I'm too pretty to fight, but my mouth.
Right.
Like, don't play with me.
Right, I whoop your ass with words. That's how people...
Don't play with me, yeah.
So my mother...
I got the hands to back up, but I don't want to show you that.
Well, the intent doesn't get to that point, right? Triggers, but maybe on their side, right? So anyone behind the screen, face to face, at time, my motto to you to remember this: you play stupid, I play stupider. You play dumb, I play dumber. If you can't know words, please don't open your mouth. I promise you, I will traumatize you. I will ruin your day, your life. Yeah. And the worst part is this:
funny, I'm gonna be a comedian. We're gonna get the whole circus going. You wanna be funny, I'm gonna be a clown.
There you go.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, you know what's going on, Queen. So once again, that's awesome.
The trigger. Like, I don't want to be like that.
Right.
But if you keep pushing me enough, and I feel like at that point, it's like, you know what I mean? I've had my self-control and I did what I needed to do.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to see the side of me I didn't want to show you.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like everybody should, and it's such a, I don't know if it's an ego thing to say.
Go for it.
But, like, I don't want to be like that, but when I do get like that, I'm like, okay, you deserve this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So what do you think? Is it like a deserving thing, or is it something that just like it bounces out? And then I never feel good afterwards, but I do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely balance. But my opinion, when I say it's like, this is my opinion, right? Like certain people, like me, you use words, right? You're working yourself, which is beautiful, right? My sister might tell me like, yo, like, I'll destroy you with words. Not my intent, but I'm forewarning you. But remember this, I'll still talk to you. And we want to figure out why you got to this point and why you're mad and triggered, side, whatever negative trigger you're having. And my side, nothing. And you can see I'm triggered. No. My tattoos. I'm bothered. I'm angered. I raise my voice. You say, you're triggered. No, I'm not triggered because trust me, now you see the devil come out of me. I flashed. No, we're scrapping. No, they didn't get to that point. But yes, I raised up my voice and became more firm with my words, right? And they're just words, but that's what you want yourself to be in. Yeah, which is beautiful. That's I Queen, I give you mad love, respect, and and props for that for sure. Every which way. That's why I tell people like, and it's very factual. Words cut deeper in life. Every which way. Every which way. Words are spells. They're motivational, inspirational, phenomenal, right? Or they're very destructive, traumatizing, hurtful. Watch your words every way as best as possible. But if you can forewarn, hey, we can do this, whatever. We should work on yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, is those bad things that like are sitting in the back of my head. I told myself that like I love you for who you are,
right?
And I accepted all those bad things. But now, if you're gonna, you know what I mean, express and like push my buttons and push me further and further, especially after I warned you 1, 2, 3 times you don't want to get into this.
Yeah.
Now, all those things that I accepted you for, I'm gonna push them out of my mouth because I looked past it.
Right.
And now you want to like sit there and make me look. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
very factual. Right.
And I could have done that the whole time, but I decided not to.
Yeah, you gave him chances.
I gave you a chance, and
right.
I loved you and accepted you for all that bad stuff.
Correct. Very factual.
But when you pushed me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Once again, I give you mad respect for being your age. Hell yeah, like, cause analogy metaphor, I tell people, anyone that's younger than I am, right? I'm 18 at heart, but I'm 14 on the outside, right? So I tell people, like yesterday you said you were 28, I believe you said, right?
28.
So, verbally, physically, I'm talking to you, right? Behind the cell phone, right?
I turned 28 on Tuesday.
Oh, happy early birthday to be. Whatchamacallit. So, in my head, emotion, mental, spiritual, I'm talking to a 28 version of myself. So, I love speaking to the young generation. Like, my kids, all of them, like, yo, sit up. When I was your age, like, yo, Queen, I didn't have a support team. At 28 years old, I have a first baby mom's 2 daughters, right? And I'm in Spanish, right? The beta sent money loan type of situation. That situation with homegirl that happened with the cocktail bullshit. I'm him. That girl, my first baby mom's. And as a forewarning, if you're the empathetic person, you become the mother, father of your partner. Don't say this. Don't do that. You become the probation. It's a fucking. You don't want to do that role because you will always get the scenario. You're Latina, right? So she's Latina also, right? So in Seattle, this saved their ass all the fucking time because everyone in this nation, right, in the blue pill world, where everyone has the stereotypes, right? So typically Spanish girls, Hispanic Latina Spaniards, they're toxic, they're crazy, right? I'll be sorry, sir, sorry, but please don't call the cops. You know Latinos are crazy. Every fucking time, they are crazy. I don't know what you're doing with her. You deserve better. And then what happens with that triggers her more. Fuck you, and that. Oh my fucking gosh. I'm the fucking referee, the parade officer. Like, no, I won't ever do that again. But I tell people, like, I didn't have a support team. No one tell me, hey, like, yeah, you deserve better. I heard it all the time, but okay, what do you see that I don't see? What? Can you please elaborate? I didn't know. No one told me, hey, ask these questions. So I tell people, I pay for the universe. Ask questions. When someone tells you, especially a random person, yo, king, queen, what are you doing with him? What are you doing with her? What? You guys are doing opposite track. Your energy is opposite. What do you mean by that? What do you see when I don't ask this question? What do you see that I don't see? Can you please elaborate? I know you're just a random person, but I don't have to comprehend, but I can be more observant. So can you please tell me anything that you see on your side? So I can stay more observant of it. And if I comprehend it, I can leave. Because right now I love them. I'm, have a kid with them, whatever. Cool, but you can do co-parenting. What's co-parenting? Whatever. Cool. At least you're having a conversation about raw real life. Or if not, do what I did. Accept the shit. With my baby mom for fucking 12 years. 12 years to find, fuck this, I'm out. It's a long time to wait, to pray. My tattoos, particularly in a positive manner, when you pray about manifest, you actually gaslight manipulate yourself. Not knowing. How so? Let me elaborate, because in your head, be religious, spiritual. Any part of the spiritual, your ancestors, tarot card readings, whatever it is, astrology, numerology. So in your heads, you and your partner are fucking lovey-dovey. The whole universe is beautiful. Physically, far from that. Far from that. You're selling yourself a dream. That's why I use the word idea and faith. Use idea and faith, right? 50% chance it works out. It was meant to be. 50% chance it doesn't work out. It wasn't meant to be. You trip, you don't fall, you go into your day, your life. That's it. That's the words I use. I use idea and faith. Like when people want to debate about God, I was like, I believe there's a higher source. I believe in faith, but I want to debate about that. But ready for it? What? Let's debate about your life. What? Do you have kids? No. Cool. So if you're sad and depressed, and I'm not, and I have, I lost 2 families and I have 8 kids. I lost 2 families. I'm not sad and depressed, but you are with no kids. What is the difference between you and I? Why the fuck do you care? Shots fired because it's personal. You don't want to talk about that, but you want to be about mammy bullshit, race, religion, politics, game. I don't care about that. It's irrelevant. It's nothing about your personal life at all. You don't want to feel your feelings. That is your flaws of being. Then wear the mask, smiles behind you, dying, crying, tell the universe you're okay. Or a lot of us boys, and even women too, right? Empathetic, we fucking play like the bitch face. We become mean because we don't want no one to know we're going through. So we become more narcissistic wise. We purposely push people away. But you're not a bad person because you don't know how to express yourself. That is a flaw. You gotta feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. If not, self-sabotage many relationships to be. You know? That's the shit. That's why I preach what I preach to the fullest. That's what I focus about raw real life. I'm happy you're rich, famous. All these elites, actually, all of them, they're all broken. Every single one of them. Was
I
why.
talk about that all the time. The money, the fame, all of that doesn't matter if you're not happy. How many celebrities have like killed themselves? You know,
Dead ass. Dead
to
ass.
be open with you, my mother did the same thing.
Oh, my
She
condolences.
had everything handed to her.
My condolences.
And I decided, like, you have to decide, like, I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to live up to my grandparents' expectations.
Right.
I want to be happy. And I tell them that.
Oh.
And you know what I mean? They're old. They're like 80. You know
Well,
what I mean? That's the thing.
different generations.
Stepped back and I was like, I'm not going to change you. You're not going to change me. But we don't love each other. You know what I mean?
Right. You
like,
show them love your own way.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
No, very passionate,
Like,
queen.
it's getting to a point where I'm going to wipe your ass when you're older and you're going to have to love me. And I'm down to do it because
Right.
I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Most definitely. Hell
Can
yeah.
I ask you, how long were you with your first baby mama?
12 years of my life. And she was my first, okay, as a forewarning, right? I tell this all the time. I born as a Catholic, right? Traditional ways. Whoever laid down with the V card, the Virgin card, that's the first and last dying breath, whatever. Traditional ways, the Disney movies, all that corny shit, right? So as a forewarning, I tell people, analogy metaphor, you don't have to comprehend. But if you have the V card, the Virgin card, as a forewarning, whoever you lay down with, right? In your eyes, as a being, that is your God, goddess. All you see is them, because that fucking act, you become one type of situation, right? We're not taught this. Eventually, it's out of my body. So when you have TLC sex intercourse, you exchange energy. You're from a bond soldier, trauma bond, twin flames. Potentially catch feelings as these are babies because of one act, right? And another forewarning: if you're the nice and nice girl and you do opposite attract the bad boy bad girl, yeah, that bad boy girl to narcissistic, they will destroy you. My tattoo, they're destroyers. They say fuck your feelings, and they know they're gonna trauma bond you, and then you ain't going nowhere. They own you. They're your slave master, spiritual talk, and you're the slave. You would pray by manifest like I did for 12 years, my first big moms, that she would change your ways. Like I'm not saying I'm the best person in the universe, but I know I'm a decent person. So why can't she be? Yeah, she's beautiful, Latina, nice body. Everyone's like, yeah. And see, I for 12 years of my life, right? And random people in the streets, they'd be like, you my coworkers, but people in the streets like, yo, before all my tattoos, right? My hair was longer and braids, whatever, right? They'd be like, I look at you too, I'll be scared of you. I walk the street like I'll hand you my wallet type of situation. And her like an angel, but when you speak to each other, like, like you're chill as fuck. And they'd be like, you're a square. I'm like, square? Empath? I'm like, what does that mean? You're cool. No, I don't have problems with nobody. But you're probably, her, that's your girlfriend? Like, yeah. She's a circle. She's a narcissist. I'm like, narcissist? Like, she's not good for you, man. I hope she's not pregnant. I go, matter of fact, she is. I'm like, oh, I pray for you. Yeah. So, but it's okay. It was a blessing in disguise. Because number just sells in my life, Oh, it's backfeeding. Yeah, I can just click on the box again. Yeah. Sorry, it's backfeeding. Boom.
I don't know. Anyways, I completely agree. It's hard to be with a narcissist because literally everybody's just people, and there is a part of them that, you know what I mean? You do love. You did
Right.
see the good side, and they did see, you know what I mean? Show you the good side.
Right.
Been there, done that. You know what I mean? And then the traits start coming out, and
Correct.
it's like you don't see it because you know what you see.
Right. Very factual. No, you're queen. Very factual. That's why 4.5 years ago, right? If you would have met me 4.5 years ago, I would say my ex, the mother of boys right here, her name's right here, love and respect her, right? She's a narcissist. Like, no, everyone could be narcissistic, right? That's why my tattoos, right? To keep it black and white, nobody has to comprehend. So if you're a nice girl, you're too empathetic, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're called what? People pleasers. And then...
I love that you said that. I'm sorry to stop you. I love that you said that like, there are people who are narcissists, and then everybody has a little bit of like narcissistic
traits, yeah.
has the choice to like bounce out of that. But
Correct.
some people are legitimately
Mm-hmm.
narcissistic. Like when I told you when I was in my toxic phase, I would say like I was narcissistic, but I
Okay.
bounced out of that, and I'm not a narcissist.
Right,
But
right,
some people straight up.
right. Which is
It's a
go for it.
psychological thing.
It is, and that's why we're all born as empaths as kiddos, because there's no other kids whooping the other kids' ass, right? It's just the environment, toxic household, child trauma, all the good stuff, right? But as what I believe is, at middle school, high school, is that age wise, that's when we choose to be more like a mother, father, is more empathetic, more narcissistic. The bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl, or the nice guy, nice girl. But respectfully, if you choose to be more like I did, like I was a potentially nice guy, nice girl, empathetic wise, you're too empathetic, you're about to get destroyed because you're called a people pleaser because you know how to realize boundaries, know how to say no, you don't be mean to people because they mean to you.
Oh yeah. People always tell me they're like, you're so nice. And they're like, you know what I mean? You're too nice. And I'm like, what is such a thing as too nice?
Oh, there is such a thing right here.
I just want to be nice. Oh yeah. Well, in my opinion, I'm
Right,
like, I just want to
right.
be nice, but don't press it.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
There's a boundary. I choose to be nice.
That well, it's beautiful. You know the word boundary. You know the word boundary.
If you throw
Right.
bullshit in my face, I'm like, okay, we'll smile through it. But if you keep pushing me after the smile, I'm not gonna be smiling. No more.
Right, right.
Really bad out here in Vegas, like you said.
I
Like,
bet.
kids beat each other up.
I bet.
I had like a 14-year-old kid steal my car one time, and like the kids out here are like, it was his third GTA. I felt so bad for him, but also, why the fuck you steal my car? And at the
Right.
same time, the kids out here, like 14, 15 years old, I feel so bad, but also it's like, damn, like the environment that they're raised in.
Right. It's rough.
And that's all over the place, but
No, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so I have my perception. you know?
Okay. No, yeah, no. It's very actually. It's out of my body for a reason. Remember this. My job is to call out the haters in a positive manner, trigger in a positive manner. So I tell people this as beings. If you want this right, so all ghetto hoods are Lucifer's playgrounds, hell on earth, toxic relationships, toxic love and lust. All the suburbs, good areas are God's playgrounds, heaven on earth, healthy relationships, love and lust. So if I want healthy, suburbs, good areas. I want toxic, the ghetto hoods. I live in the ghetto hoods of Eastern Washington, right? But you don't see me in the streets. I don't do no clubs, nothing of that. I hear all the bullshit. My buddies, quote unquote, get their asses whooped, cheating, all that shit. I tell me, yeah. While y'all in the streets running wild in the ghetto hoods because there's no love here, what'd you expect? They're gonna read the Bible type of situation? Respectfully. But this is all you know. So that's why you adapt to your environment. But but you don't have to. That is your choice. Phil. That's my situation. You can't miss me with all my tattoos, my hair at all. I promise you can't. But why don't you see me? Because I'm not on the streets.
How much did it hurt to get the tattoo on your head?
Oh,
I wanted to get a tattoo on my cheek. But
Oh.
I haven't yet.
the worst one for me personally so far is the neck and the hands so far. So, but I'm gonna give you a cheat code, right? Everybody's body is different. As a person, I don't drink. I don't like drinking at all. But the only time you will see me drink, ink therapy. So I do like quite a bit of Fireball and a White Monster to kick about the cinnamon. So I numb the body up because it's weak. I feel maybe 10% of the pain. So I go there,
That's cool.
do my thing.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. No, you're good, Queen. You're good. But yeah, it's
Me and my
10%.
girl talked about that at brunch because she was. My friends were like, "Oh, I got so drunk when I got my tattoo," and I was like, "I thought you were." I had
You're not
never been
supposed
drunk
to.
with a tattoo.
You're
No,
supposed
I was
to.
like, I thought you weren't supposed to drink.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
People bleeding before,
Well,
you know, and they were like, "Oh, well, they can ask you, but you can say no." You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
like, "Oh, damn!" Like, I
yeah,
would be so much more comfortable. The one on my thigh, on the side of my left thigh.
yeah,
You know when you start shaking, when the tattoo is so bad, like your body's vibrating.
right.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
that
no.
was so
I bet, Queen.
rough. I wish I was drunk. I wish I was sedated.
There you. Oh yeah. Well, that's a new ink therapy in California. But whatchamacallit. So when it comes to tattoos, right? Every tattoo is different, but they'll tell you like one time I asked them about that. Hey, like I noticed when people do ink therapy, right? They come here hella drunk or hella blazed. Like shit out. Everyone's different. They don't recommend being higher drunk, but I'm gonna tell you this: we can try. If your body rejects the ink, it's because you're too high or too drunk. So then we do it. It'll cost you money because you're wasting our time, but you have to reschedule. So you can try to get buzzed. Hmm?
You're a tattoo artist in Cali?
No. I'm not. No, I can draw stick people. I'll ruin your tattoos. You don't. You don't.
Are you in Cali?
No. I'm in Seattle, Washington State.
Shit, I'm in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. Well, the intent to go visit, go to Vegas probably potentially winter time. Visit my peoples over there. 'Cause my tattoo says hashtag social media familia. Like I know 2 kings and 3 queens from Vegas off TikTok and Facebook and IG. So I've been talking for 4.5 years. I've been doing like one-on-one with them. We talking vibe. They always reach out. And like when they go to Vegas, stop by. Hey, we go out to eat. Just scope it out. Show me around. Because all my life I just worked. I don't really even live in Seattle. I just worked. I didn't get to cherish Seattle. That's why this year or next year for sure I'm gonna start cherishing Seattle, do road trips. And because I say Seattle, Washington for people behind the screen. I'm actually Yakima Valley, Eastern Washington, 3 hours east from Seattle itself. But I love Seattle, and that's why I'm extroverted to the fullest. Seattle will change my ways in a positive manner to be more extroverted and speak the way I speak. I love vibing with the whole universe. I don't care about what color you is to be in. Once again, you be a good show of respect. I'll vibe with you every which way. You got your beliefs, I got my beliefs, but I can learn from you. And vice versa. But we used to be cool people to the fullest, especially with expecting a partner to be a potential. Like, have standards in a positive manner. And let's say your standards are higher than theirs. Elaborate, verbalize that shit. I'll say the time as the being, right? I say, check out, queen to be, right? Potential. Hey, queen, I sit on top of the mountain with God, Lucifer, the universe, my tattoos. What? There's no more healing for me to do. So if you're so traumatized, we could potentially try this. But remember this, to forewarn you. See that door right there? I can leave. You can leave whenever you want to. I'm a slave master. I don't own you, vice versa. You're not my slave, vice versa. What? Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm not forcing you either.
Right, exactly. But
I don't have a gun. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to love me. I'm not doing it.
Right, exactly. And that's why I tell them, hey, fear in a positive manner. I say it all the time because no one elaborates this. Like, yeah, fear in a negative manner, scare the devil, whatever, dying, whatever. Cool. I get that, but fear in a positive manner, did you know anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone could break up with you? That is their choice, free will.
It took me a long time to realize that too. Like,
right.
You're a person
yeah.
who would you look back and you look how you used to act and stuff, and as somebody who used to beg people and cry.
Oh yeah, hey, I was that.
Like what is it called? Like threaten themselves or threaten them.
Oh yeah, no, that's when you're too empathetic wise. It's because you know why did we do that? The big word, codependency. We're brainwashed.
Yeah.
We're brainwashed. You need people, and that's why I tell people like initiate the breakup, right? The intent to fall back, be alone. My tattoos. Start the healing journey. I highly recommend a support team, right? So you detox codependency. If not, then what do we say? Anyone, any human, my kids, my parents, they make me feel good. And then anything man made, my job, my car, my tattoos, whatever, right? So people make you feel good. Man-made bullshit makes you feel good. So the question of the whole universe, right? Why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that make sense?
Exactly. You make yourself feel good. I put the pieces together, though.
That's beautiful.
Like, I didn't get love from my grandparents because they were grieving. I didn't, you know what I mean? I was trying to find love in people.
Yeah, hey.
I got myself messed up from people, from relationships, from friendships. I got messed up. I was doing too much. The people pleasing. I was super codependent. And just 2 years ago, I was 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, damn, I like being by myself. I like being genuine. You know
there you go. It's beautiful, queen. Happy for you.
Yeah,
you do. Hey.
It's something that I wish other people would realize.
Right.
You can't force people to realize it.
Correct.
But you try to put them on, especially the people I love.
Very factual. Yeah, queen. Once again, matter of respect, 20 years old. You're doing way better than I was. I started doing all this at 39. It's not ever too late, but I tell everybody, I promise you 1,000, the younger the better. The cool thing is technology. I promise you 1,000. On this cell phone, you won't ever feel alone. I promise you won't. But it's on you if you want to reach out for help. What I say is beings, right? So this old school. I don't know if you heard this old school analogy metaphor. It says, a closed mouth does not get fed. Very factual. So what I say, which I'll get tired of the on me, right? So then this is my saying, right? So if you look at somebody, right? If you don't make a comment or question, you want to respect a conversation. You will never know. You can look at me, brown with tattoos. Remember, you don't ask me a question, make comments, think in your head, right? Or talk about me. You can gossip. I don't give a shit, right? Gangbear, mafioso, hoodlum, prison tattoos. I heard it all, right? Cool. But remember that you never talk to me directly. You can all gossip. Because that's it. So, Jada and Will Smith, A and B. I am A, they are B, but they don't want to talk to A, which is I. So, August, C through Z, everybody, and gossip to fullest. So, what I say is this, A closed mouth does not get fed. So my sense of the universe, all it takes is a comment or a question to spark conversation. Go from nobody to somebody to a friendship to partnership, all because you made a comment. Ask the question, spark the conversation. Here we are today. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. I promise you that. And who knows? You can evolve to more with the potential. That's why me as a being, like, now working myself, spiritual talk, right? Spirituality, they say, right? Like, the potential to be, like, I'm not saying don't be attracted to the potential to be, yes, cosmetic restrict, but look inside them. But what I say is being boys and girls inside are broken nugget lost. They can't have this conversation at all because they don't want to feel the feelings. They're scared of the healing journey, right? Men and women, we start the healing journey. Yeah, so the potential to be, I want a woman that's healing, preferably healed. But once again, if she's healing and she's evolving, we talk about it day one. Everything's so foolish. There's no like dates, no, because remember that I comprehend already. You and I cannot get love, time, and feelings back at all. So why do you want to waste them for? To figure out they didn't work out, like no. And that's why if it happens, if you're in a positive, once again, the longer you're an individual, the more it's gonna hurt you. And you give them a year of your time.
I realize I have the friends that I have is because we tell each other, and I told my friends straight up, and you know, your vibe attracts your tribe.
That was hey, that's beautiful. I like that. Dig that.
I'm like, if I do something, I'll love you to death. If I do something or say something to offend you or make you feel some type of way, you tell me on spot. The same way that I'm going to tell you how I feel, you tell me on spot. To go behind my back and say this, that, and the third, I don't care about none of that. That means you're not my friend. But I love friends who are honest, genuine. I don't get offended. If you tell me on spot, I respect it.
1,000.
You know,
as it should be.
All this bullshit behind my back, I'm like, oh no, I'm not fucking with you no more. You know what I mean? If you're my friend, you'll tell me straight up, like, yo, we went out, you was crazy, you did this, that, and the third, like, damn, girl, you know what I mean? Like this, that, and I'm like, all right, my bad. That's the thing is, I have no problem with apologizing.
Right.
People have a big issue with taking accountability and saying, I'm sorry. I don't care about saying I'm sorry.
Right.
I'll apologize off top. Like, that's just my thing. It's like, I don't know if it's the Libra in me or just like the type of person I am.
Oh, I just like your name.
Or even if I feel like I do something, I'm like, I'm going to say sorry because that's how I feel.
Right.
Even when people are like, oh, you don't have to apologize for that. I'm like, no, I do. I do. Because I need to get it off my chest. You know what I mean?
1,000.
With my friends, that's the reason that, like, you know, friends come and go, and I still have the friends that I have, even if we don't talk a lot. Yeah. They know.
Check in.
That, you know what I mean? I don't go out anymore. I don't party and this, that, and the third. I'm so tired. I got 2 dogs. I love my dogs. I want to be with my dogs. You know?
There you go. Hey, it's fur babies.
It's
right?
Vegas. It's too easy to go out for.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Never been. Yeah.
I take my friends and call my friends, even if I don't see them.
Yeah, check in. Yeah, that's beautiful. Because back in my day, before 94, right, you didn't have cell phones. You know, they were expensive as fuck. So you had to house a house line, right? So now, a simple check-in. True friends, even if it's like once a year, they'll check up. Hey, what's up with you, King? What's up with you? How you doing, baby boy? It's been a minute, but check it in. How you doing? How's the family? Household. It can be once a year, but guess what? They check in more than anybody else. Your own person, the family does. You know? It's like, come on. That's your real people's right there. That's how my kiddos did. Like, you don't meet a lot of your family on my side, your mother, father's side. There's a lot of family. There's a lot of them, but I don't even talk to them because they all talk about me that I'm crazy because I evolved. Because I'm the black sheep. I don't care. So
yeah,
you.
My parents think I'm crazy too. Okay.
Different generations. No, yeah, hey, right.
I know how many I'm this crazy hippie voodoo type of girl.
Yeah.
And I was expecting like, no. Not expecting, but they were just like, they nodded and they were like,
so quick. Hey, hermana. Right, most definitely. It's different generations, once again. The intent, each generations help each other out. Especially in technology, man. I tell people, like, I promise you 1,000, you want to work on yourself as a being, evolving life, TikTok. On my tattoos, search bar, type in, narcissist, empathist, my word, empath, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma bonds, soul ties, toxic relationships. Grab your tissue box. You're gonna see thousands and thousands of TikToks, 10 seconds, a minute, 3 minutes, just balling. And you fucking, you don't know what compassion is yet. You don't know how to build it, but you have empathy, sympathy, right? Heart, feelings. You be shedding tears because you're going through it or went through that. It's like, yeah, it hurts. right? You're not the only one. We're blessed with technology. That's how people are evolving to the fullest a lot faster. And that's why I go life for the universe, not for myself. Initially, 4.5 years ago, I did it for myself. It's therapeutic for you initially, because then why did you meet people that, hey, you're in the healing journey, oh shit. Where do you sit out with yourself? What? My categories I created, right? But there's other categories. But healing journey, awakening woke. And I'm like, can you teach me? Like, how do you do with, depression, co-parenting, all this shit. And that's like, oh yeah, this is the conversation I want to be having, because I want to evolve. Like, I don't want to do this shit ever again, because the mother of boys respectfully, I told her, hey, in this lifetime, as a partner to be by my side, is the last queen I ever destroyed my life with my words. I comprehend now that words can lead my life to the fullest, but I know 1,000, I have a support team. Because if I did, I would not self-sabotage my relationships at all. But I have no one to guide me at all. Respectfully, So that's why I get to tell stories to the universe. Nobody has to comprehend. I'll tell you, when you do a podcast, go live, but nobody has to comprehend you. As long as you know what you're talking about. But Bible talk, a little bit, religious talk, right? This pastor on TikTok, he's like, you have value and volume. Value is the people that actually reach out to you, comment. You have 1 billion followers, you got volume, but no one DMs you, no one talks to you, no one comments. There's no value, respectfully, So if you can have both, most definitely. I've been doing it 4.5 years, Queen. I did to my last dying breath. It's just tell stories. And as I say all the time, 90% of my followers are grown women, single mothers. 1% kings out there trying to work on themselves. But those guys come and go because we're so hungry, traumatized with our feelings type of situation. We're scared to express ourselves. And they fuck up again, cheat. I'm like, because you have no self-will. What? No, it's not biology. It's not because you're money. It's because you. And my tattoos, it says, empathetic women, right, offer love, lust, communication, comprehension. All they see is I. She has self-will. Narcissistic boys, not men, offer toxic love, lust, traumas. Communication, no comprehension. Their eyes are bigger than the mouth. The easy fall to lust. Why? The correct answer, no self-will. So that's the correct answer. So that's the time. I did the same shit. It's day by day baby steps. You can't control your lust. Don't offer monogamy. These boys and girls that fuck around, right? The fuckboy fuck girls, and they offer, the guys that manipulate all shit, lovey-dovey and shit. And I tell them, you don't know how to love you correctly, not yet at least, right? So in my opinion, from that side looking in, you should be poly, open, benefit, fuck. But you're like, I don't do that. But that's what you're basically doing. But you just don't want that title. You don't want the whole universe to know you're a fuckboy, fuck girl, or doing poly, whatever. Why do you care? What? But they're gonna talk. Let them talk. What I say, right? The only person you need, chase, compete, submit, and need validation is who? The person mirror you. I don't need validation from nobody in the universe, not even higher source. They gave me a free one choice. If they control me, I would not be saying this right now. They would cut my ass off when I say those words, right? But no, I can speak my mind to the fullest, right? So everybody.
It's very inspirational because, I've wanted to do podcasts.
Queen, do it.
So hard. I'm trying to do TikTok, but it's you want to spread the message of being good and bad. It's not wrong to show your imperfections. You know what I mean?
You're being authentic.
To show that you're not perfect and to show things that you won't do. Like you said, with people who are fuckboys and fuck girls, I've been there. You know what I mean? Good to
a lot of us have, right? Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? I've been there before, but let me tell you how I improved. Let me tell you how I got out of that life, and maybe you feel a little better just to inspire people,
Go for it.
Yeah, I love that for you, though. You're very inspirational, and this talk that's what I was going to say, too, is that when you have these talks, it's so important to have these talks, because there's moments where I have these talks with my friends or with whatever, and I step back, and I'm like, oh, I just taught myself something.
Yeah,
oh, I just talked
that's
it
beautiful.
Out, I just snapped myself out of something. I just learned something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or
that's beautiful.
They're like, oh, I just realized something. And I was like, yeah, because you know what I mean? It's so important to communicate with people
1,000.
who love you.
Oh, yeah.
Accept who you are.
Correct. And that's what my support team doing 4.5 years ago. They're like, maybe something I share or whomever, they went, you have 10 people support team? Because that's beautiful. Because my situation then, I had 10 people, right? I had 10 live workers for 88 days. I let her go in 80 days, right? I got asked 10 people the exact same question or whatever scenario type of situation. Either similar answers or different or none, right? But I always had opportunity type of situation. That's it. Tell me, whomever you're speaking to, right? That's awesome. So make something I say, it could be a word or a sentence, and you're saying, you know what? I never thought of that. Let me work on that. That's
learn something new.
Hell yeah.
And
You can always have more knowledge.
Like I said, your vibe attracts your tribe. Sometimes you start talking, and then somebody's like, oh,
Very
no.
fair.
Like, you know what I mean? You feel the energy, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. No, my...
You know what I mean? It's no judgment, no all tea, no shade, but like you're on a different frequency.
Oh, thank you, Queen. Yeah, spiritual talk.
And
yeah.
If you know what I mean, you don't have to agree.
Go for it.
But you could just be like, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. And I'm not trying to script anybody when people give that energy where they're like disgusted or like irritated with what you say.
Yeah. Yo.
I'm like, okay, I need to stay 6 feet away from you. You know what I mean? I need space.
Give me that space. Right.
I don't mess with those people anymore. I used to be like, oh, why doesn't this person like me?
Validation. Yeah.
To them, put the mask on. I finally got to the point, you know, when you go on that journey, you're like, I wanted you to like me. I don't even like you.
Right.
So,
yo, very factual.
Finally get to that point where you're tired.
Correct. No, you Queen, very factual. Every which way. That's why, like, it just energy is the fullest. That's why from Seattle, right? Seattle side. At the farmers market, Seattle, once again, I tell people buying street, you know where you live at, you know your environment, right? So don't lie to yourself. Be like, if I ask you, hey, Queen, if I go visit you in Vegas, how's the people? You go, oh yeah, they're beautiful. And I go to like, this is hella ghetto as fuck. This is beautiful to you? Then you don't know what good is, apparently, you know, respectfully. So
I literally said that. I'm like, I try to see the good in people, but honestly, it's crazy out there.
Right.
It's crazy.
I've heard
so many stories where I'm like, like, you know, I have good times, but it's anywhere that you go. You know what I mean?
Right. No, yeah, for sure. Your environment's the fullest.
It's your personal journey. So when I think about my personal journey, I'm like, jeez, these people are.
Hey, what's up, V? How you doing? How's it going? How you been? Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's like. I go to Seattle, right? The farmers market in Seattle, like especially the Queens love my tattoos, right? I'm famous in Seattle at the farmers markets, and I walk the streets of Seattle because I'm a tattoos. So the Queens love it, right? So the guys, they might ask me questions about it, but they're the ones that get triggered because they be like, "Why do you have a cell phone?" Some guys, once again, in Seattle, people are extroverted. They're not shy, right? I'll be like at the farmers market, put in produce away from my pops, get those produce, right? I'll put the apples, whatever, potatoes, and they walk up and like, "Why do you?" They're literally like little kids. Why do you have a cell phone in your hand? Like, you see the Facebook, you know, the Snap, whatever. I'm like, well, and then they're with the girlfriend's wife, right? I go, well, it's how you use the phone. What do you mean? Respectfully, nowadays people complain because relationships are hard to talk to because cell phones. Like, no, respectfully, it's a cell phone. That's it. That's all it is. It's on the user, right? So if you use the phone correctly, I go, scenario, I do a podcast. I have 50 cell phones. On 10 of them, I go live and do my live podcast. So I'm using the phone correctly. You know, Google, Alexa, you're researching. You're using the phone correctly, right? Or if you choose to, use the phone incorrectly, he's like, how so? It's a scenario. Got your girlfriend there, right? Let's say y'all bumping heads. It happens all the fucking time. Y'all bumping heads, right? Scenario, right? So she's your housewife, and then you got the work wife. That's she's like work wife. Let me elaborate. So typically, us guys not talking to express our feelings to our partners, but we talk to every other female in the fucking streets, but our partners, right? Start catching feelings. So all it takes is a phone, social media, a girl with your IG, with your Snap, with your Facebook. Follow each other up a situation, and they're the third party. But you know, and if it goes from the Jada August, monogamy, you and your wife, and that's it. Talk to everything. Nothing wrong having like a third party. The C to Z party if they're platonic for advice. Nothing wrong with that. Say it again. Sorry.
We're on the same page if it's agreed on.
Right. Exactly. Platonic, and I'm here for advice. Right. Exactly. That's nothing wrong with that, right? But the downfall is this. If I'm respectfully, a lot of us do this. We play with this soft story, complain about our partners, right? To this, whomever the fuck it is. If that person can have the compassion, and this is our flaw, you know what compassion is, you'll make the decision with your heart, feelings, empathy, and sympathy. So let's say scenario, it's your wife, right, or girlfriend, whatever, respectfully, right? So let's say she's not lovey-dovey, no TOC, she don't talk to you, whatever, she don't acknowledge your feelings. And this person can talk to you, at work, right, the housewife, and you have the work wife, right? She sits there and she want to acknowledge you, but remember this: she don't know how you are at home. But the downfall is you're paying attention to a soft story. She thinks potentially she is the one, and I call this the if lines. There's got to be a book. I said this back with my first baby mom, fucking 2000, I don't know, 8 and 7, whatever the fuck, a long time ago, right? But there's got to be a book. I promise you there is, man. Especially all these queens, there's got to be a book. So she'd be like, hey Rito, if he was with me, I'll give you more love. Whatever, bitch, if he was me, I'll give you more TLC. What? I'm just letting you know, I'm putting it out there. If he was with me, and now on my side, I'm emotionally vulnerable. Like, what? I've been with my girlfriend for 4 years, right? And she's my coworker. I know her for whatever 2 months, and she offered to me like, what? Like, fuck, what am I doing? What am I choosing? So that's why the entanglements happen, right? And that starts emotionally cheating, texting, little emojis and bullshit. That's your mouth fucking type of situation. But it's the physical cheating, and then what? It's called what? A premeditated choice. I thought about that. You thought about that. And when as I'm elaborating this little story, right? Typically, what happened? I'm saying, oh man, a lot of those men I've taught to express, our feelings more narcissistic, not knowing. And the queens look at their boyfriend husbands. Shit gets serious, and he gets all serious. Energy shifts, and she smells you doing a job. Well, queen, pioneer that control. I'm just telling stories. Nobody has to comprehend. Like, no, you're doing good, and they take off. I don't ever see them again. I guarantee now. The triggers, the traumas came back to past to present today at the farmer's market because of my tattoos. And I just tell a little story.
That's the big thing is, like, I always say that I'm so, like, in the middle of, like, old school and new school. It's not all men. I know a lot of women who are absolutely out of control. I have friends who do things that I'm like, oh, I don't agree with.
Right.
But you don't do things and I'm like, oh, baby, but there's consequences.
Right, exact karma, quote unquote, right?
Not all men, some women are crazy. It depends on the person.
Environment scenario. Very factual.
Like, the work wife and the
housewife.
Real wife. You open the door.
Oh yes.
The work wife. I know about that because when I was in relationships, when I was toxic, I used to talk shit about my partner, and then the relationship would go south, and I wondered why. The relationship I'm in now, I literally learned, like, I cannot spill beans and spill tea and vent and all that. If I want to vent about my partner, let me vent to my partner about my partner and how I'm feeling. Because it opens the door and makes it seem like, why are you even with this person? You know what I mean?
Very factual.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to have no work wife, real wife, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Why is there husbands everywhere?
Real housewives on TV.
Very factual, very factual.
That's the thing, is it depends on the person.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Men and women. Everybody has that thing where it's like they go and they, not everybody, but like people who talk shit about their person, it makes me double back and be like, everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody who hears it is like, why are you with this person? You know what I mean? And it's a genuine question. Like, what's the root of the problem, and how do you really feel about this person? You know what I mean?
Correct.
You don't have to go out and tell everybody this, that, and then if you're really feeling that way, go to your partner. And do you really like your partner if you're talking about him like that? That's what I got to the point in my relationship. I was like, I really like him. Why am I talking about him so bad and so angrily? And, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you really love somebody, you learn to appreciate them, and you learn to speak light and love and positivity into your relationship.
Correct.
When I was speaking shit in the beginning,
right.
Person, I was like, this is like my soulmate. I was like, I don't want it to go left.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though he has his flaws and I have my flaws, I was like, I have to grow up.
Yeah, hey, that's the intent, right? No. Time, communication, and then choice, comprehension, right? Supporting. Yeah.
Comprehension is big.
That's key. 1,000. They'd be like, time heals. I say this not because myself. A queen on TikTok. If I could find it, I would post. But I don't have so many TikToks. I don't know because I download them, right? She says that she's like, time. Okay, time heals, right? Everyone says that shit, music, poetry, right? But if time heals, quote unquote, right? How long you be healing for? 1 year, 20 years, and you're still complaining about your excesses. So time is communication. You gotta do a choice. That's called comprehension, and you can only do it for yourself. But yeah, you can heal time forever, communicate forever, right? I was like, that's some deep shit. I love that. That's why I love TikTok, respectfully, and so that's why.
But also, you gotta take accountability and be like, okay, I'm done waiting on it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be better.
Right.
That but you.
Most definitely. That's why that line, like, as a forewarning, red flags, right? If anyone, let's say, potential to be right, y'all talking about vibing the potential to be like, hey, all my exes are crazy, they're all toxic. You know why? Because that part of you, the potential you're talking to, they're crazy and toxic because they don't know what love is. Because if they did know what love is, they would not be in toxic relationships, right? But a lot of just all knows toxicity. If all you knew up in the child trauma, bad child trauma type of situation, bad home type of situation, now you know it's toxicity. Toxicity. Your mother's not there, your father's not there, grandparents, whatever it is, right? Toxicity. And then middle school, high school, toxic relationships, toxicity to the fullest. So you know what love is. If you do get love, right, and you used to be really physically abused, you potentially when you actually get someone that's actually healing or healed, and they give you love out that, like you watch to the fullest, you potentially might be scared of love and think it's boring. It doesn't do shit for you because they're not jealous, they're not controlling. I give myself what, but that means they don't love me. Like no, that toxic love, that's the jealous control. That's wrong. That's incorrect to the fullest. But that's all you know.
I'm sorry. How did we get to the? This is what I think about all the time. This is what I'm like indifferent about.
Go for it.
Like the type of people that we are and that we grew out of the toxicity, right? And then we got to the point that we're at. So unfortunate that other people, like, they're not in the right environment to grow out of it.
Correct.
So what made us snap out of it? To me, I think it was spirit or being spiritual, which made me snap out of it. But I have no idea. But for other people, it's like they can't snap out of it.
Because of codependency.
50, 60.
Oh yeah, and what's that called? The generational cycle. I was becoming my family, all of them, respectfully. I said this the thing, like, once again, if you're in a positive manner, Queen, right? You want to see a future? Really simple, black and white. A lot of cultures, right? Traditional corny ways still together. They do it for the kids, religion, cultures, parents, aunties, grandparents there, right? Because they don't want the families, kids, especially when kids are involved, they don't want to separate, right? And they don't want people to be talking and shit. Especially more on the female side, because the guy can divorce, the guy can cheat and leave, that's okay. But if the queen does it, that's fucking wrong. She'll get scolded. Everyone will disown her ass, right? So she has to accept it. You talk to your mom's abuelita, don't worry, that's what guys do. Maybe it's 40, 50. And let's say you're 18 years old hearing this shit. Your mother, auntie, grandma say, hey, when you're 40, 50, will calm down. That's what your grandfather, like, 40, 50, I'm only 18 years old. What the fuck? I have to accept this for the rest of my life.
I wonder why women are standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hell no.
Exactly, which very...
But it's a cultural thing. We
right.
have to.
Right, exactly. So that's what I tell people. If you're in a positive man, you want to see your future? Let's say scenario. Let's say scenario. You, Queen, and I are together, right? And we're 20 years old. It was someone chose a Queen, right? And we're 20 years old. And my side's together, all the family, and your side, right? And they're all bitching about each other. They go to church. Here's the best part. How the hell is your grandfather at 70 years old? Verbally, physically to you, to your grandmother. And still being a fuckboy. And he goes to church and chats with young girls at the fucking church. So you want to see your future in a positive manner? Look, both of us. Look at our parents on both sides. Age gap. Aunts and uncles. Age gap. Grandparents. That is our future at 20 years old. I just told you your future. But you don't have to comprehend that. What? God can do it? Allah, the universe? Okay, say, if that's factual, before you was born, your grandmother, abuelita, auntie, your mother went to church, been praying, you're becoming them. And what has happened? What was the outcome? So every one of us must respect for each other in the universe. Everyone's communication. We're all messengers. You're the only one who can comprehension. You gotta feel your feelings and comprehend feelings. If not, become them. The generational cycle and bitch about life and daydream about love. That's the worst part. You want love. What's up, hermano? What's up, Queen? And you're in a toxic relationship and you daydream about. And you go to church. You're happy for everyone in the mother but yourself, and they're in healthy relationships. I'm happy for them. Why aren't you happy for your fucking self? The door is right there. Why do you have to choose the one to go back to the person you bitch about? Respectfully.
What was the break for us, though? How did you figure it out?
My situation is my second breakup. I lost my second family. It destroyed the fuck out of me. I was like, dead ass, like, respectfully when I say this, right? My baby mom's the mother of boys, right? She's in this lifetime, she's the last female I will ever shed tears for in a breakup, ever. Because like, I looked at myself like, yo, this guy. I thought to myself, right? Someone in the universe has to know this shit. I'm not gonna do body hop in the whole face. I'm not gonna go for my. I could get a girlfriend. Everyone's like, my friends, family, like, get a girlfriend, the bitch and shit. I'm like, is that what you guys do when you go through breakup? Just move the fuck on like that? No, there's no healing journey. You want to figure shit out. I don't want to have a third, fourth, fifth baby. No, there's gotta be a reason it failed. I'm not a bad person, nor is she, but it just didn't work out with each other. Why? I want to know why. I'm tired of these fucking little fucking ideas. Like, no, there's got to be facts. There's got to be factual. And I go, fuck, before this whole, live talk, whatever, I've been on social media, computer tech. I talk about computers. I can teach anyone about computers, and that's it. So if I'm doing this on social media, let me ask a question. Let me go live, talk about life, thoughts, relations, type of situation. Somebody, I guarantee somebody will comment, DM me, hey, I got you. You asked that question, I go and guide you, but I can't figure or save you. What? And they did. They fucking did, It's like on my life. I got 39, my tattoo, 39. So I challenged the whole universe. Go to the 4 healing journeys. Healing, awakening, awaken, woke. Beat me at 39. If you're on support team, I'm out of your pocket. I'm out of the universe, 24/7, 365. Please don't ever feel alone. I can't even say you, but I can hold you and guide you. I'll elaborate best as possible. I promise you that. But you don't have to comprehend, but I'm very patient, open-minded, because I want you to beat me, evolve, to learn to love you. Once you learn to love you and learn how to be alone, I promise you 1,000, you won't ever be scared to be alone. Because you already know.
That's what drives me crazy. We have these thoughts, you know what I mean, to switch our mindset and evolve. Mm-hmm. Some people go that way, and then other people go through trauma and go left.
Correct.
It's like,
victim mentality.
Of course, I sit and I'm like, I'm grateful that I went the right way.
That's beautiful.
It breaks my heart when I see people who I love go left, and I'm like, what's the, you know what I mean? Like, what is
the
that
switch?
thing that made me go right, and what's the thing that made them go left, and why didn't they go right? You know what I mean? Or like you said, like people go out and they're like, I'm gonna go in my whole phase and this, that, and the third. Like, what do be like? I'm tired of that shit. And what makes them still keep going that way and not evolve? Is it a lack of self-awareness, or is it a lack of experience, or like that's what like I always think about? That's
that's beautiful.
I'm not saying we're better than anybody.
Right.
Better than anybody.
Correct.
But my thing is, I don't know what the
switch is.
I don't know what switched me to be like this. I'm grateful. I think Spirit has my back. I think, you know what I mean, the divine really like came through for me. But why hasn't the divine, is it like a faith, or like, I don't know. That always blows my mind. It always blows my mind.
Can I speak on that, Queen, a little bit, if you mind me asking? So for me, this is my experience, right? Because everybody has their own journey, right? So for me, it was like the whole phase, right? So obviously 2 wrongs don't make a right at all. So my first band that I know of, this is back in 2008 or 9, I believe, when she cheated, right? So prior to that, remember this, I don't know. I lived in Seattle, had a smartphone, but I had no social media, no MySpace, no Facebook, right? So instead of living in Seattle, techie town, right? Bill Gates, everything, right? Amazon, it was not Amazon then, but it was, Bill Gates, all that shit, right? And in Seattle, I'd be like, can I get your IG? Can I get your Facebook? I'd be like, I don't have social media. What? So how do I get a hold of you? Well, before you guys did all the social media, you see you walking in Seattle, taking pictures of your phone, your food and bullshit, selfies, all that, like, you asked me for my phone number, and I asked for yours, or vice versa. We can call and text. That's crazy. I know it's crazy. I'm a fucking alien in Seattle, right? No social media, right? So she has social media that I know of. She met the Cuban nigga and shit in 2008, 2009 when cheating. Prior to that, she had been cheating all that time. I don't know. Do I care? It's over. I don't care, right? Respect when I say that. So once again, 2 wrongs don't make a right, right? And what you call it? Sorry, my mic's died. But so.
But it's good to read about it. It's good to read about it.
No. I try to tell you. I'm not a virgin. I'll tell you my story, my personal stories, right? And maybe you can learn from it. You don't have to comprehend it. 1,000.
People aren't, and that's okay. You know.
Yeah.
I'm open about it because you know what I mean. You know where you're at now, so it's like I'm comfortable with telling you where I was at. Yeah,
hey, past, right? That's what I'm saying. The overage myself. That's why, like, analogy, metaphor, right? TikTok. I love TikTok, man. It's what I tell people. I preach about TikTok. Live talk to the fullest, right? So this guy's talking about he's all life, different version of yourself. He's all analogy, metaphor, right? Life's like a snake. A snake, what does it do? It sheds skin, right? So the intent is this, and I love to say this. You're in the healing journey, down with a good support team. They'd be like, the over myself, I want them dead because that fucker was stupid, ignorant. No. The intent is like a snake as it shed the skin. The new version of yourself, the present version of yourself today, can talk to all the old version of yourself. Because why? The intent is to comprehend why it happened to you, and then the old version of yourself reminds the present. Hey, yeah, here she's beautiful, but study the energy. What? How do they care of themselves? Look how they treat others. What? Don't fall on your face again, because if you do, the third version of yourself got destroyed the same way. The sixth version is there. Oh shit, damn, there it is. You're talking to yourself. He's like, eventually you'll evolve to a point where you become healed, and you won't ever fall on your face again, because you don't need people. You were scared to be alone. I was like, oh shit, some deep shit. So that's what I'm saying. The other version of myself, yeah, that's the other version of myself. I elaborate what I did, but let me tell you why I did what I did. I say off the rip, I didn't have a support team. Respectfully, there's the one like I call it the support team, traditional ones. They're stalemate. I got the squad. I'm here for you. We all bitch about relationships, right? We're here, presence, energy. We're here for each other, but no one's evolving. We're all fucking stalemate. Depressed. I'm depressed. How do we do it? I don't fucking know. Nobody knows. So respect, no one's gonna evolve, right? You want a support team that's evolving, that's healing, potentially healed. They can tell you, oh, depression. Let me tell you what I went through. Let me elaborate. Cool. I'm studying now, right? So it's that situation with my first baby mom's, cheat type of situation, and then first family lost all that shit. She's my first love. And here's the worst part. She's my first love. I lost my V card, the Virgin card. So I remember all this he deserved. Say that again.
How old were you?
That time, when she cheated or in the beginning? Cheated?
No, your first love.
Oh, I was like fucking 19 years old, fresh, the Virgin card, everything. I was
Can I throw in a little thing you said about a snake? One little thing. I dated since I was 14, and literally I dated this guy for 3 years, and he cheated and was really verbally crazy and stuff. So crazy that he would throw snakes at me, his pet snakes, when he was feeding them to scare me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was crazy. That's what it reminded me of, trauma and all that stuff. Anyways.
Hey, that's good. No, I should know you're aware of that.
I really need more friends like you out here.
Hey, Queen, I got you. Miles your pocket, right? Yeah. So, she did her thing, cheated, right? So remember this. When kids are involved, the whole no contact bullshit, it's easier with no kids. I tell my people in my one-on-ones, you have kids, I have to ask them, yo, Queen, off the rip, off the beginning, by chance, do you have kids? No. Cool. Remember this. You don't have to do this, but that's not your kid. What? Be like Forrest Gump and run for dear life. If you have to move states, Pluto, then run away. That's the best thing you do. But remember, as a forewarning, you can run away with the cell phone right here, my time for a reason. If you're trauma bonded, all you gotta do, hey babe, I miss you. I fucked up, but I'll try harder. And you're gonna get more likely, because if you're trauma bonded, and ask him how you guys broke up multiple times. How many multiple? 2, 3, not 10. Had you cheated? 4, 5. Oh, Queen, respectfully tell you, you don't know this term. I didn't know this term. It's called a trauma bond. He owns you, and you can run. More likely you'll go back. If not, he'll come to you, and you'll let him in his house, in your household, right? As a forewarning, you have to remember that. As a tell universe, you have to comprehend that. And remember this: it was not ever about being right. I tell everybody, it's what, because I hear it all the time. Yo, King, hey, coach, you was right. What, right about what? What are you talking about? He came back. How'd you know? It was not, first and foremost, not ever about being right. I'm just telling stories. I did the same shit you did, So, but why? Because it's called trauma bonds. Boys and girls are more narcissistic. They know they come back. So you already give them a zillion fucking chances. You do a zillion to one, right? So they're gonna keep testing it. You're the one that has to become strong and realize boundaries. Know how to say no. You don't have to be mean to them because they be mean to you. But you want to do that because you're not ready for that yet. I can't do it for you. I can hold you and guide you, and that's I'm here for you. It's to hold you and guide you, be a support team, and that's it. That is your own journey, and that's it. If I was in your situation, I would have walked away a long time ago. Say it again.
Kids told me,
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They've had their moments of going back and trying to fix things specifically for their kids, and it never works out because it all starts from within.
Right.
It doesn't work out because even though there was love in the past, you know what I mean? Kids change so much in so many good ways, but it can also bring out, you know what I mean, the issues in people that you didn't see before.
Oh yeah, very factual. No, very factual. My situation, you want to see me my triggers? Adults can't really bother me. Any adult, I'll just respect. I'm not gonna destroy your words, but I'll keep it humble best as possible. But you want to see my triggers? My 5 boys, especially my 5 boys, bothered. Potentially anger, raise my voice. The dad, you're like, no, I'm not mad. I'm just bothered. What you doing?
You have 5 boys out of 8?
Yeah, I got 5 boys.
Nice. Nice. If I ever had kids, I want boys.
Yeah, well, as it being, this is just me as a father, right? And I tell people whomever have kids, but I go, my first daughter, she's the only one that was planned. After that, they were not planned. They were just, hey, I'm preggo, cool, and another one, right? And did I care about the like gender as a being? I didn't. I was like, as long as the baby's healthy, respect when I say this, there's no defects, everything's smoothly, the pregnancy is cool, and everything, the delivery is cool. That's all I care about. Boy, girl, it doesn't matter to me.
Though, it's so like, I don't know, I just find it cool when people have kids and their parents. I just think it's cool.
Right.
Different type of strength, you know what I mean?
No, almost definitely. It's like, because it's amazing when you have a baby, an infant can trigger you as an adult. Like, you're exhausted, tired, and they're crying, like, man, why can't you just be quiet?
Yeah.
You know? And you're like, it's just a baby.
They're like, it's so, you know, the crime cases you see, it's so dangerously close to that, but it depends on the type of person you are. If people are already crazy,
right? Very fast.
Probably they're like, dude, the lack of sleep.
Team no sleep, zombie mode. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, it can be rough. That's why I tell customers at the farmers market, you know, that have new kiddos. A question for you: I respect your boundary. Go for it. Cry baby or healthy baby? Oh no, it's he or she, all good. Nothing like that. Cool. You're blessed. Cause
even my 3 half sisters, they all have children. They're all married. You know what I mean? We always literally talked about it when I was little. I was like, I'm the oldest one.
Okay.
They're my half sisters from our dad, but like they were always like, oh, you're gonna be the fun aunt, and we don't live in the same state. We always FaceTime, and it's like they always like tell me, they're like, dude, seeing them as babies, having babies is crazy.
No, yeah,
like,
that's
such good parents, but the things that they tell me, they're like, it's never gonna be easy.
It's okay.
You know, it takes such a different bone to build, and it's so different. Like, I hear about my friends having children, and they're like, no, it's a different love.
No, it is very factual. And then I tell the guys out there, I say all the time, like, as men, once again, we're not talking from a father's, like, you know, typically a male role model type of situation, like, hey, like, help your girl with the kids. Because remember, there's like,
what drives me crazy is I see their partners, and their partners not caring about the kids, and I'm like, what happened to, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Where is that connection and stuff? People, that's like the people I find so selfish.
Right, and that's a lot of, right.
Like, lack empathy, where they can't even connect with their child.
Right,
you know what I mean?
because they're traumatized.
My friend's baby mom is so much more worried about causing my girlfriend who's dating
right.
the guy.
Right.
Son.
Right.
And she took him in, and like they've been dating for 3 years, and I'm like, she's mad because she's trying to be a better mother than you. It's not even her kid.
Right.
And I'm
co-parenting.
But she is so crazy, and all she cares about is tearing that whole
family apart. Right, because the feelings.
Like, why do you think like that?
Well, okay, so on the bitter baby mama tattoo, right? On her side, it's because remember that her man moved on. Doesn't matter if he's narcissistic, empathetic. He moved on, and she does not want to see him happy. The downfall, she's becoming bitter, respect-wise, right? And that's when you become the bitter baby mom, baby father. As it is, your kids are traumatized. The family fell apart, and now you're gonna be bitter type of situation, and you're gonna be beefing in front of the kiddo. Become more traumatized. And respect, when I say this, the general cycle. Do not be surprised when your kid becomes your parents or like the parents. And that's why it carries on to the next relationship. I'm thinking about the next generation, and so on and so on. So that's why support teams.
She's bitter.
Right, because she can't. Both of them can't. I'm assuming he's moved on. He's trying to imagine, right? But I can't speak on his behalf, right? But her behalf, she can't get the love time feelings back at all. And that's the part, because first hard part, forgive. You don't have to. It's your choice to forgive. But communication, not forget. They lived it together, right? And the second hard part, her, that she won't have to let go. She's got to do closure for herself, comprehend why it felt, what happened. If not, she'll be the bitter baby mom for the rest of her life. And then she wants love. That's the type of, like, as single parents, like, how can you say you want love, right? And you're still bitter against your... And I get it. I was that initially.
You're not vibrating on love. You want love, but you're not vibrating on love.
Exactly. Very factual. And that's the thing I tell people, like, we say these, but it's just like, do you know... Okay, if you knew what fucking love was, right? Respectfully, like my situation, single for 8 kids, right? I lost 2 families type of situation. But here's the kicker. If I'm with you to the thick and thin, I'm even miserable, I'll be with you. As a being, it took me 4 queens, 8 kids, 19 years of my personal life in relationship with to tell you stories. Right? Because now that I worked on myself, I won't ever deal with that shit. Like, no, queen, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. The intent we both do, communication, comprehension, best as possible. Best as possible. If not, then what are we doing here? Yeah. What are we doing here?
My life, no matter what. You are part of my journey, not a part of yours. and that's just the cards that we were dealt.
That.
So let's make it work. And let's be positive about it.
Right, right. Very factual. And I say, you know, add to it, so everyone comes life is a blessing. When they leave, what's the lesson? Be a positive, negative. There's always a lesson to be learned. And once you can learn how to do, you know, to detox codependency, you won't ever be scared to feel alone. I promise you that, because you love to be alone. I don't need people. What? I don't need no one else but myself. So I tell people, this is how selfish I am in a positive manner, because without being selfish, it's wrong to say it's narcissistic. No, it's got healthy narcissism. I'm a single 5 kids. I don't need my 8 kids. I don't need my co-parenting. I don't need family, friends. None of you behind the screen. The only person I need, chase, compete, submit, and validation from is myself. The person, but I want my 8 kids. I want co-parenting. I want a partner. I want family. All you behind the screen by my side. If you choose to want to choose your side, I cannot force you in my life at all. I'm not scared to be alone. I detox codependency. You know?
People will live their whole lives being codependent.
Oh, yeah. Very factual. Very factual.
Find that boundary. I'm not perfect, and I have things that I have to work on. But coming out of codependency and finally realizing,
Yeah.
and then seeing other people still stuck in that when they're 50, 60,
Yeah.
all these. I get so like, what is going? Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's you're becoming aware, which is beautiful. And when it comes to that,
like, can I help
right.
you? Or, like, you can't help people at that point. When I
Right.
first started this journey, it's like, and I bet you can attest to this.
Go for
when
it.
you first get your healing journey and you find spirit, you want to tell everybody.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
You sound like a cult leader. You're like, oh yeah.
That's what they call me.
And I
Yeah.
finally got to a point where I'm like, I'll just do it my way. It's
Right.
not for everybody. Nobody wants to hear it. I'm done. You know what I mean?
Correct,
If it works for me, I'm going to leave it for me. And it actually is more powerful when you keep it to yourself, because that's the relationship you have with spirit.
Right.
Some people just don't want to receive it. And that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's on them. Beautifully said. That's the type of people like.
Like the people, even your closest to your baby mamas, your family, all that stuff. Like if they want to live that way, even though you know what I mean, you want them to, you know, they have potential to be
Right.
better and be more positive and all that stuff, and you almost want to instill it in them. It's like, if they can't receive that or they reject it, what can you do? You know,
Pray for them. I tell people, as they be in every day bug on, I pray for the universe and I go my life. That's all I can do. Like, I have the money and power to take care of anybody respect other than my kids, right? In my situation, my person being behind my four walls, aka my home, right? That's it. I cannot do it for anybody else, but I can be support team. It's cool technology. I'm always in your pocket. Please don't ever feel alone, but it's your own journey. You don't have to reach out. Nobody has to reach out. Nobody else has to start the healing journey. But as a forewarning, you want to see your future. You're 20, 30 years old, still better in life. How respectfully to call, and then anyone gives you shit. You could be your boss, person at Starbucks, right? And they say older than you. Yo, calm the fuck out. Because the truth hurts no matter what, right? I do it all the time. Yo, sir, miss, king, queen. How old are you? And you don't. I respect your boundaries. You don't have to respond, right? Answer that. But I can tell you older than I am. I'm 43 years old, 18 at heart, right? But I can tell you probably like 55, 60s. So can I ask you something, man? How are you bitter, hateful at your age? Are you gonna die like this? Cause I stopped doing that shit at 39. Yeah. So my situation, and stress is a fucking killer. The worst stress in the universe is toxic relationships, right? And then how you 60 years old? You want love, and you're still bitter.
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
That's the thing about parents for me is like, in my head, even though I'm not a parent, I don't speak on it, but I like to speak on it.
You okay?
Like,
Go for it.
I feel like I would, you know what I mean? I had a great mom. I feel like I'd be a great mom and like literally do the reverse of what my grandparents did for me.
That's beautiful.
And in my head, I'm like, because me and my sisters experienced this. Kids are gonna grow up.
Yeah, I say well.
Kids are gonna realize, you know what I mean? Or kids are gonna, you know what I mean, see who their parents are and become self-aware and have their own opinions and personality just like everybody else.
Very factual. We're all unique beings.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own journey, you know. I got 8 kids. I know 1,000 of my tattoos. I can't fix, change, save none of them at all. Physically, I can, but if they're trying to have a toxic relationship, I know they're gonna go back. But the positive of my situation, because I worked on myself, I tell all my 8 kids, All your families call you crazy, your mother, father's side. But here's the best part. None of your family can't teach you anything about to tell you. Toxic relationship, let me hold you and guide you. Let me elaborate. When I speak to you, your mind will be fucking blown because I was you. You're the original myself. When I was your age, I had no one to talk to me about this shit. But remember, you don't have to comprehend anything but to tell you, but I'll give you every option to your scenario I can give you. I promise you that. And I want you to beat me.
When they grow up, they're going to realize, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just have this feeling. I'm just making like a...
Hey, speak your mind, queen.
How you are, like, they're going to grow up and be like, my dad's cool.
That's the intent, but once again, they don't have to.
Everybody called him crazy, this, that, and third, but if I want to go hang out with my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to grow up. The same way with my dad. I met my dad back when I was 14 after he left my mom when I was 3.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, it's so cool. Everybody talks about my, you know what I mean? I'm going to go meet my dad and all this stuff. And after like a few years, I was like, my dad's an asshole. I don't want nothing to do with him. I'm like, we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? And I love him.
Yeah.
He's my father. But at the end of the day, kids grow up and they realize who people really are.
Correct.
And they choose their path. Of course, everybody's on their own journey. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I think kids are going to grow up and realize, like, what is actually going on. People could call you crazy and call you this, that, and the third, and instill things in their minds, and they could go left or they could go right. But there's going to be the kids that are like, nah.
Very factual. Yeah. Very, very factual, queen, most definitely. Hey.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's like 5 a.m. over here.
Same here. I've been up all day, so. But before I was up in a minute also, but I was gonna play this clip for you guys, whatchamacallit, and this is once again, so it's a live podcast, right? So I tell people in my head, I know what I'm talking about, communication comprehension. So in my head, I'm famous to the universe. Physically, far from that, but I don't stop because of that at all, right? So my side, I can borrow people's TikToks. 90% of these platforms, I can borrow anyone's stuff, even if you like shut things off, like you can't download it, save it. I could have an app. I could borrow anyone's. Like 90% of the time, I could take anyone's stuff. No matter if it's a post, picture, video, I can borrow it. I can show you proof right here. I got like thousands of these things. Watch. So you guys are here. These are all TikToks. This file is like 2,500 of them, and I can borrow anyone's stuff. Removes the watermark.
It's just you letting it out. I feel like traditional therapy isn't for everybody. I feel like this is another way to let things out.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, it's the fullest. So I play clips of just live talk, no matter what it is. You know, as I tell people, on my side it's video, on your side you can't see what I see, so it's audio, right? So when I play a clip, what bothers triggers you, like talk to yourself, why, how, right? Let's say you lived it, you did that, or you're in it right now, you're speaking, it's happening to you. Like shit, that's why you say it hits hard, yeah, because it's your own personal experience, right? And so that's why I'll play a clip wise, and I'm just curious to know like your opinion on this, okay? Yeah, that's cool with you.
Yeah, standard therapy doesn't work for everybody. That's why I want to make a podcast or like, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Like go live and like, not even just for myself, but like I think like everybody else who's gone through the journey that we've gone through, no matter what it is, it will,
Oh. 2 seconds, she paused.
What?
Oh, there you are. There you go.
Somebody random messaged me on WhatsApp and said good morning. What? Is that you?
I have WhatsApp, but I don't really use it like that, respectfully.
No, I use WhatsApp for my boyfriend's dad. He ran off to Bali. He has pancreatic cancer.
Oh, okay.
And he decided he want to go to Bali. And I said, period. Right.
That's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So this is Queen out here. Her name's she's a beast. I love the way she speaks, and she's famous. She got value, a beast. I call her like a demigoddess, potentially goddess, right? Awakened, potentially woke, right? And then she's got volume. She's doing really good for herself. What you call it?
You have a YouTube or you just have?
Oh yeah. I got YouTube, IG, Facebook. Like, my current stuff, Queen. Remember, this is a live podcast, so like after this ends on Twitch and Facebook, it's saved on there. So the cool thing about technology is that people like you can rewind time 1 billion times. So
I just got back on social media. I don't have Twitch or Facebook.
Oh, well.
I only have TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
I still got Twitter. I got IG also. So on those platforms, I use I think it's Coach Rito. Yeah, Coach Rito. Like this one, same thing. But
I just got back on social media, so
Oh, welcome back.
I had that same thing where I was like, I can't be on this shit.
Hey, it's cool. Hey, remember, the cool thing about this, I tell people, cell phones, right? Technology. You use a cell phone, let's say social media is too much for you, so be it. So use a cell phone like before. Texting, calling, you can video chat with your peoples, right? And whatever. Go on YouTube, whatever you do on Spotify, cool. So you don't have to be on social media. But as to give you like a heads up, the positive of social media is this: as a being, you gotta test yourself if you're narrow-minded or open-minded. Your triggers. Let's say I was just scenario time. Let's say you're at work having a good day, love the universe, kumbaya, all the good shit. Lunch break kicks in, right? And from there, you go on any platform. It could be IG, Facebook, TikTok, right? And let's say you see a post or a live session, and you're not commenting, you're just observing in the audience, right? And someone says a comment and it triggers you, and you just read words, and now your day goes to shit. Why? How? And now everyone's like, what happened? You was doing all good, and I was thinking coming to lunch, you're sad, depressed, you're mad, hateful. I'm good. Like, the people talk to yourself.
You ruin your own day. You ruin your own day.
Exactly. Self-sabotage, not knowing, but the intent of that people, talk to yourself. Why? How? I read the words, I read the comment, they're not even speaking to me directly, and it bothered me, it triggers me, or it triggered me. Why? How? You gotta feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings if you want to evolve in life, if you want to figure out what love is. If not, pray for you, and that's it. But that's a cool thing about social media. Test yourself as a being. If it's too much for you, yeah, definitely block away, get off the platforms. You don't have to be here. You're not forced to be here.
That's the thing about social media, it's not going anywhere, and nothing is personal. But
Exactly.
That's the thing, is that that's on you. You know what I mean? Like,
very factual. But Queen, I'm about to play this clip.
Close the computer, close the laptop. It's still gonna be there. You know.
Go outside and get some air. Yeah, deadass. Go outside and get some air. My situation behind the screen, my tattoo. Hashtag social media. I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. You guys are my people. Y'all my family. I got hella family where I'm from, but they all think I'm crazy. They look at me, all of them, fucking turn their head. Even the whole all of Eastern Washington, all the adults, because it's predominantly white, Caucasian, Spanish people, Hispanic, Spaniards, and red people, natives. They all look at me. They all think I'm crazy. All of them. It hurt my feelings. But once again, I go on social media. Queen, I'm from Adams. You're on TikTok. You jump in the box, commenting, talking about it's beautiful. Or Bigo, Likee. My situation, that's the main ad that people actually comment away. I don't stop because of that, because I know on social media I can talk to somebody. And me personally, I love talking to myself. This is like a live podcast. They say nobody's here. It's being recorded. It's the people you might miss the live session, the live pod, but the current stuff, go to my Twitch and my Facebook. It's right there. You can go a year and a half back. I check my Twitch right now. I have 413 episodes, averaging 2 to 4 hours each. I don't have to be here. I don't have to do none of this. But I made a vow 4.5 years ago, when I figured this shit out, I would pay it forward to the universe as I was taught. Because I don't want people. Nobody can stop the spiritual warfare at all. But we can prevent it by telling stories. I promise you that. Tell stories. All it takes is one person to make a comment, ask the questions about the conversation, to be able to hold their hand and guide them. Like, yo, I got you. And what?
I respect how consistent you were too, because you said it's 4.5 years.
Oh yeah, Queen, I won't ever stop. Thank you. I won't ever stop till they. Oh yeah, no, I love the universe. Like, I don't want you to get destroyed like I did, And if I can prevent it, for one, you, cool. And let's say you did. Let's say today, Queen, I give you advice. You get destroyed. You come back. You was right. I'll be able to be right, Queen. I'm just hold you and guide you. But now remember this: when I was your age, I put my hand out. Born raised Catholic, God's there. Physically no being. I had no support team. So now we reached out. And now we're talking to vibing. You put your hand out, and I took it. Let's figure out together why you fell on your face. How did you allow it to happen? What was the red flags that you missed? That's a positive. You're gonna evolve faster than I did, because once again, your age, crickets. Fucking my hands out, crickets. Respectfully.
It's like when you're in this mindset, it's like you crave conversation like this.
Beautiful.
You can't have conversation like this with the people around you, especially my family. They're old from the projects, New York, Puerto Rican, Cuban.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love them. But we've been through our ups and downs too. And literally a few weeks ago, my grandpa was like, "You're a burden and a disappointment." I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "I love you."
Right, exactly. Give them kindness. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna come see you guys for a few weeks.
Right.
And I always felt like I had to be forced to go see them because they're old, and you know what I mean. You have to do things for them, but I got to a point where I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to sit in the frequency of love, and if I can't be with you and sit in I forgot what we were talking about. Let's move on.
You're good. You're good. No, honestly, you're good. I want to say it real fast, right? On that part, that subject, right? Sometimes, like my situation, my family, if you can, if you're bumping heads, right? Because especially in the healing journey, you're not crazy, you're evolving. They don't like the fact that you're moving in life. They believe, like, oh, you're better. No one better than nobody, but they haven't started the healing journey. They don't comprehend that, right? So, the people, your family you care about, right? Because technology-wise, I love the boys, the figuring people on TikTok. But anyways, whatchamacallit, technology, take pictures and videos you care about, the people you love and care about to the fullest. You can rewind time a billion times. That's what I do my TikToks. Like, just saying something, God forbid, something happens to in your family or friends, whomever you care about, and you never took pictures.
That's what I was going to say. People shit on social media like it's not good for you. You should do this, do that. You should get off social media. But it's like, it's your own self-control. Like,
right.
The reason I got off, like, I found confidence to come back on social media and be myself. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful, Queen. Hell yeah, I'm happy for you.
Media in a healthy way. Social media is such a great tool because I don't think I could ever conversate with somebody or have this type of conversation.
Right.
Where you have a good conversation with people, and it's not like this. You don't find people around you most of the time. You're crazy.
Right.
But most of the time, it's very like, you're not getting what they're saying, and I'm not getting what you're saying.
Yeah, traditional. Correct.
You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing for people to come together. Like, I can never talk to my family about this.
Right. Same here, Queen.
That I want.
Right.
I don't talk about the news. You know what I mean? I'm tired of the news. I know shit's going bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's only bad shit on the news. But I want to talk about, what are you working on? You know what I mean? And my grandparents, they've opened up so much in, like, their minds and stuff, even though they're 80, and I love it for them.
Yeah.
But there's still things where I'm like, it's like an hour tops, and I gotta get away. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, it's Queen. We're talking, right?
Yeah,
technology.
I respect you for it because you're consistent. You literally, what is it? You relate. You're relatable.
Thank you, Queen.
And it's like, your audience, your vibe is going to attract your tribe. You know what I mean?
1,000.
You're speaking to the right audience, and I love that. That's what I want to achieve. So you definitely inspire me.
If you help with the podcast, I can hold you and guide you. Mine's bare minimal. I don't get all pretty, but I can teach you to the fullest, best as possible. And then I promise you this 1,000, like, as queens, right? Respect when I say this. The reason why I have all these tattoos, purposely, right? The tattoo, the crown thorn of Jesus, right? Sorry, I'm mumbling exhausted. I'm very, very tired. I haven't slept for like almost a day. But anyways, like, I decided to use myself with my tattoos to get your attention. Because respectfully, because especially technology, right? Women support women. Kids support kids. Men do not support men. Men get no support at all. Like me, in Spanish culture, besides being mandilon, he beta simp. Why the fuck you talking about your feelings? Who gives a fuck? Move the fuck on, get another bitch, and that's it. Like, no, that's your flaw because you don't know what the healing journey is. To the universe, people, boys and girls are narcissistic. They body hop the whole face because everything they touch, they will destroy. They are coming out knowing. So I tell you all the time, if you want to self-sabotage your life as a nice girl, do opposite track, you will get destroyed. As a forewarning, right? So I just tell people, I just tell stories. That's all I do to get your attention. So how to get your attention?
Hop on the internet and say things, and it's not for you, but don't judge people.
It's okay.
Getting on the internet and like inspiring people and doing this, that, and the third.
Right.
Like, do what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
People care too much about what other people are doing.
The trolls. It's okay. It's okay.
I never cared.
Right. So speaking of trolls, right? So especially social media, right? A queen on Bigo Squad on the Bigo app. She commented, like, she reached out to me a month ago, right? So my situation when anyone comes to the trolls on Bigo. Yeah, like, Bigo, they got social media, got trolls, cyber bullies, keyboard warriors, right? So, like, yeah, they want you to do no face, no case, right? So my situation, that'd be like, I love to bully bullies. Because I tell them, the old version of myself, you would bully or hurt me. The people you're bullying right there, that's the old version of myself. And that's your metaphor. What? So I'll speak on their behalf because they don't have this conversation yet. So I'll pick up for them, right? So I tell them, when they talk to BS, whatever they're bullying, saying racial slurs, whatever the fuck they're saying, right? You're stupid. I don't care, whatever it is, right? Scenario. I'll be, as they're saying their bullshit to me, I'll be like, your mother and father. What? Your mother and father, your dad, grandma, grandpa. What else? What the heck? Why'd you stop talking? You were bullying me. I'm just matching energy. That's all I'm doing. But right, reverse psychology, right? So, Bigo, the queen's like, hey, king, hey, coach, can I tell you something? Say what you say, right? When the bullies, do you want to like traumatize them more than you traumatize it as it is? Like, I would love to hear him say this. Say what you say, but say that at the very end. Your mother should have swallowed you. I was like, oh shit, shots fired.
That's a good one.
Yeah, right.
Where you can be like, oh, you got me.
Right.
And some people can't do that, but you're in the place where it's like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Gloves off, right?
It's just words, and I don't even know you. So
exactly.
why would I take it to my heart? I don't care. You
Very factual.
I love a good roast. And if you got me, you got me.
1,000.
That's it.
That's
people
why
don't know how to like take it. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like,
and I get it. There's spills.
It breaks my heart because they take it to heart, or some people really get offended. Or
Correct.
Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I could do this all day. I know exactly what
we can.
Controls and stuff.
Right.
Like,
which is beautiful. That's to get you more aware of yourself as a being, right? A lot of people, they don't know how to take it. That's the type of like, don't worry, I got you. Because you're the original self. I would not say nothing initially, but anyways, let me play this clip for you, Queen, okay?
Yeah.
Spirituality does not start.
Sorry, go ahead. Please go ahead.
One more thing. That's what I was telling you. I used to fight in school because people couldn't stick up for themselves.
Oh.
That's the only reason I used to fight, and then I would always get in trouble.
Right.
It's like people would get bullied, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, I love exactly what you said. I love to bully a bully. You know what I'm saying? I would always stick up for people, and I would get in trouble. But like when I look back on it now, because I'm 28, who cares? I have my own place, you know what I mean? I pay my own bills. I'm like at a point where I was like, it was worth it.
Hey, it's a story. That's the you do your podcast. I talk about all that. Hey, as a forewarning, if you do this is potentially the outcome, whatever. But that's a cool thing. I tell everyone do a podcast because everybody has their own stories. You have similar stories, but all it is one person, man. That's all it is. And then maybe they can reach out to you. Hey, can you help me guide me? Like I am like that. How did you change from stop being like that? That's all it takes,
People are genuinely inspired by it. Like right now, you know what I mean? Like that's what people don't understand. Oh, you're getting on, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's so silly, it's so dumb. You know what I mean? Like
Discourage
I'm so
you?
scared of. I've been scared of that judgment for so long. I finally got back on social media, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, Queen, do it for yourself.
I've had talks with the guy that I'm with, but he's the love of my life.
I'm happy for you guys. Lovebirds.
You know,
yeah, it's beautiful.
You know what I mean? He don't want to post shit on social media. He's like, oh, he's like, why are you posting that? Are you blah 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 and this that and the third? And I'm like, baby, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and if you're not with it, goodbye. That's about it.
Yeah, hey, very factual. I'm happy you're at that point, Queen. That's beautiful.
People are very prude about it, or I don't know what the word is called.
Hey, everyone's always speaking, right? But that's the type of people.
It's not for them. That's
right.
It. If I feel it, it might be for me, but it's not for them.
Correct. That's why, as long as your partner, they might have to be like, agree what you're doing, but as long as it's a supportive type of situation, that's a positive. As long as what you're doing is right, and on the overall, that's cool. But once again, the intent is potential partners. I tell you about day one, like, Jermaine, day one, try to do communication convention about everything, whatever you're going through, to be on the same page. If not, I'm not a mind reader. And my situation now with myself, I tell the potential queens to be, let's say scenario, if you get triggered, my life does not stop because you're down. I would check on you, make sure you're okay, but I still do whatever I'm doing, co-parenting, one-on-ones, my lives, whatever I'm doing. But I will always check on you, So that's why, are you ready for that? Because maybe you think if I do check on you, right, but I don't sit by your side because you're sad and depressed, like, what do you want? You don't want to talk to me? I can't hold you. Nothing.
Well, there's some people that are like, how can you be okay when I'm not feeling okay?
Right, exactly. Very factual. That's a good one. Dead ass.
Even if it has something to do with me, I already did what I had to do, and I can't keep repeating it and giving you reassurance over and over and over like a tower. The tower's gonna fall.
Very factual. Foundation. Yeah, most definitely.
But he's such a good guy. He was like, that's our biggest thing is communication. We learned a lot from each other. But he was like, okay. He's like, that's what you want to do. I'm like, if you're going to be with a goofy bitch, be with a goofy bitch. That's why you like me, right? Because I'm goofy and I'm loud and I'm outgoing. You know what I mean? You got to deal with that. Even if I decide to, put it online.
Right. Exactly. And that's my situation. The potential to be telling, hey, Queen, that's potential to be my side. You don't have to be on every pod session, but respect, be nice to people side your face. If you're a woman, quote unquote, especially you're spiritual religious, like you can't give nobody advice to life, like your personal experience, breakups, nothing. You don't have to. Like tell people, go my YouTube. You want to see my last girlfriend? She's right there. Hella spiritual, religious, and hella spiritual. Astrology, numerology, crystals, all that. I know of the 4D, 10D, up to 20, the Matrix. I don't comprehend it because it's not my realm, respectfully, But I'm very open-minded and patient, right? So that's what I'm with my side. Someone that could be like, I want to be a power couple. Like, yo, like, I work to myself. You can't give no one advice to life at all. So respectfully, I'll just be your friend. I'll share support you. You don't have to do this, but this is I speak the way I carry myself. I won't stop doing this, even though I accidentally be like, why do you? I know what you're doing, but why you put so much? Because I made it about the universe to tell stories, like. So people, I can't stop it, but I can prevent it. So don't get this way like you and I did. You overcame it. You're a kilo. So did I. So why can't we do it for the universe and hold that and guide them? What's wrong with doing that?
You know what I mean? It's always going to be a journey. That's the thing.
The healing journey? Okay, Queen. Right.
The other thing is,
go for
that's what me and my man are all about. Like, he's so different than me. I'm a voodoo bruja type of girl.
Okay.
And he's logical.
Okay.
He's like an OCD type of logical, like, you know what I mean? If things happen, he's like, oh, that's kind of crazy. And you know what I mean? Like, he'll take little things, but we're not the same. We don't believe in the same stuff.
Right.
But he loves my voodoo, and I love his logic. He brings me back down to earth, and I'll raise him up a little bit, like, be a little delusional. And he's like, okay, actually think about this situation. It all takes balance, and it all takes...
Yeah, definitely balance. Very factual.
Instead of hating on each other, like, why you think like that? Judging each other and all that stuff.
Very factual. But
I'm you have a dog?
Oh, yeah, he's outside. He's gonna potty break. I tell him in.
My camera, I have two.
Yeah, that's my daughter's dog. He's I believe Australian blue heeler, and he's gotta be big for something. He's a big ass dog, and then two little chihuahuas. They're like.
I have a Chihuahua Terrier. She has like the overbite.
Okay.
Overbite right now, and she's the love of my life.
There you go. Heck yeah.
That's another thing. My boyfriend is a cat person.
Yeah.
He's a dog person. He has a cat. I've never been a cat person, but since I've dated him, I love that freaking cat.
Fur babies. Yeah.
Show me the clip. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
You okay? Don't, nah. Yo, you good, Queen. You so good.
When you're chilling at home, life is great and everything's going the way you want. Spirituality happens when you hit rock bottom. And when you hit rock bottom, a lot of people get depressed, they close down, and the first conversations that goes through their mind is, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why is life unfair? Why is God unfair? Why is this? Why did they hurt me? Why? And the blame game doesn't get you anywhere because it takes two to tango. It's like, okay, they messed up. Where'd you mess up? I was sitting down one day and suddenly that question flipped from why me and all that to why am I here? What is the purpose of life? If a best friend stole my money and the person who's supposed to protect me and provide for me, the man, hurt me in this way, what are we here to do? What is life about? And that curiosity sparked there when I hit rock bottom and just kept on growing and growing and growing.
What do you think about that, little lovely?
It's true. I feel like I've heard her voice before and I've seen her on Instagram.
Oh yeah, no, her name's
If it's the same girl we're talking about, I absolutely love her.
Oh yeah, Sarah Al-Mahd. Sarah Al-Mahd.
Yeah, she's like Middle Eastern.
Yeah, Middle Eastern. Oh yeah, she's.
It's like those people that I'm like, wow, like there's other. I know I'm not crazy because there's other people out there that think that way. You know what I mean? Like it's not why me? Why does this happen? It takes a moment, or like, you know what I mean? I don't know what the switch is where you look at yourself and you're like, oh, I have to take a step back because I have problems too.
Correct.
Everybody does. Like in my current relationship, we got to a point, it was super toxic in the beginning. Now it's perfect. You know what I mean?
That's
like
beautiful.
that's my best friend.
Hey.
But in the beginning, I was like, I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Blaming everything else but me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not why me. You know what I mean? It's what can I do?
Right. That's beautiful.
She's great.
Oh yeah, her name's Sarah Al Madani. She's the beast. That's called like a god, demigod or goddess. Like I don't know her personally wise, but I love the way she speaks. As I say, my situation, to get like my attention, as the potential to be, a woman that's healing for her but healed. A girl, like I could be from a social support team if she's trying. 2 seconds, let me the dog, fast. I heard you, Bobby. I'm coming. Oops. Sorry about that, but whatchamacallit, yeah. She's the beast once again to get my attention to the potential. For her healed, honestly speaking wise. Everybody else, I'll talk about which is the fullest. I love conversation about life. So that's why I play these clips, like go life for the universe, so you don't feel alone. Cool thing about technology. Sorry? Say it again, Queen, sorry?
Some people don't like to have those conversations.
Oh, it's okay.
That's okay. But it's like,
It's just totally okay. That's why everybody, what I say, just everybody has their own journey. So I pray for the universe as the being. I pray for the universe and I go my life. But I remind everybody, hey, I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. Please don't feel alone. You can come back whenever you want to. My situation, like, I've been doing one-on-ones for 4.5 years now, right? Some queens come back, like, the one I spoke to like last week, I haven't spoken to for like 3 years, We spoke maybe like in the beginning of 3 years ago, like for a month. She went through a breakup, divorce type of situation. She had a relationship, it's cool, and then she's going through another breakup, and she's reaching out for help. Like my situation, like my parents go, I control that, right? I'm like, hey, it's been 3 years, what do you want? Like, nah, it's cool, Everyone comes to your life as a blessing.
To reach back out to you and look for, you know what I mean? It's still a friendship. Friendship is so important.
1,000.
Friendship is
Yeah.
Whether it's family or relationships, like lovers, like the
partners.
of friendship.
Yeah.
It's so important. I didn't realize that until like recently, where I was like, you know what I mean? All my past relationships, I was like, we didn't have a foundation of friendship, and even though we had love for each other, it wasn't that genuine type of adult love. You
Correct.
know what I mean? Now that I have a friendship foundation, like I could laugh and genuinely be myself with this person, and like be goofy and dumb, and have real life talks like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, being a friend is so important before anything.
Oh yeah,
and
most definitely.
If it goes left.
Right. Very factual.
Yeah.
But
the friendship is important.
Correct. Very factual. What I say for my potential to be right, because I'm blood, I'm not a virgin, I hold back. But I say the potential to be, we become each other's friends, best friends, lovers, portion our therapists. We both love each other only. We will comprehend that all be younger, more beautiful cosmetically, but they don't have what we have. We blessed, That's what I say as a being, So that's my last relationship. That was we spent say it was a beautiful breakup, the best relationship I've been in my life. And nothing against my exes, nothing against none of my exes, because those prior to them was 4 queens. I didn't know any of those conversations at all. I wasn't really a bad person, but if you have no guidance in life, a lot of us men actually self-sabotage relations because we don't talk to our partners. We have the housewife, we talk to all the work wives, club wives, wives everywhere, but our partners. So yeah, I comprehend my wrongdoing. Yeah.
Supposedly supposed to love, yeah.
Very factual, very factual.
I'm cool with a lot of my exes. There's actually long story short, are you kicking me out? Should I go?
No, I'll let you know. You're good.
Sometimes I can't read the room, so I'm just making sure.
Yeah, no, you're good. Like, if I'm gonna get out, I'll let you know, hey, within 5 minutes, I'll be out for all these. But no, you're good. Please. Yeah.
I'm cool with a lot of my exes, and I did have an ex that, I'm super cool with, and this is what I love about my man now. He was at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
He ran into my ex, and they were talking to him, like him and my friend who has the same birthday as me, all that stuff, and he got back and he FaceTimed me and he's like, your ex was kind of talking crazy, and I guess my ex like lied on me and said I did this, that, and the third, and I was like, that never happened. And my man was like, it's okay if it did, and I was like, no, that never happened. And it really bothered me because this ex was we were friends.
Yeah.
I have a lot of history with this person. We were friends before everything and anything. We have a lot of history.
Okay.
So then, just last week, we went to the same bar, and him and his friend are there, and I told my boyfriend, I said, come up here. And I talked to him, and I talked to my ex, and I said, tell him the truth. And he opened that, he lied about everything, and he was drunk, and this, that, and the third. And it really broke my heart because I like being friends with people.
Yeah.
Even with my exes, like, I had an ex who cheated on me, who, those people that you never think would do something like that.
Right.
Because their character and the way that they are, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had another ex who, like, was so genuine and so respectful and respected. I respected him a lot. And he cheated on me, which is something I never thought he would do. And a year later, he's like, I need to have lunch with you. And we had lunch and we sat down and he opened his heart and all this stuff. The first thing I said to him, I was like, you look like shit. This girl that he cheated on me with put him through the ringer.
Oh, karma, nice.
Oh my gosh, bad. Real bad. Doubled it and gave it back, honestly. That's why I was never worried about, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I've been through karma, that's why I don't do no bad shit.
Right.
Because it always comes back to me. But there's, like, you know what I mean? Like, I love being friends with my exes, and I not love it, but I just love to be cordial.
Right.
I don't want to hate, or you know what I mean? Of course there's going to be people where it's like, I'll never fuck with you again. Ever. You know what I mean? I know it's different when you have kids and all that stuff, and it's going to be those people, but I never want to carry hate in my heart.
Right.
And to be able to connect and be cordial is so important to me, even with the people that you went through such shit with.
Right.
Because nobody's perfect.
Correct.
Everybody has problems. I fucked up a lot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of things. Like, and I was a serial dater, so I have a lot of experience since I was 14.
Mm-hmm. So
it's like I got to a point where I was like, I don't need to talk shit about my exes.
Right.
You know what I mean? My exes are 100% able to reach out to me. I had another ex that messaged me on Instagram, and I literally told him straight up, because I told you I'm an open book. I was like,
right.
I'm sorry I was so crazy. And he goes, no, it's okay. You were crazy, but we're all a little crazy. You know what I mean? It's so important to have those type of relationships.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
It's nice that you have a good relationship with one baby mama, and then you have another,
Yeah, thank you. The first one now, she respect my tattoos. Debbie mother, she lost all rights to her daughters, and she just not, which is her choice. People once again, like, I get it, like, nothing against her. I know she's more narcissistic. I'll say I tell about my tattoos, but like, there's no, once again, like, I haven't seen her forever. So if the opportunity was there, like, you might never ask me, like, about a month ago, like, if you ever saw her, what would you do? I was like, say what's up, how you been? Your daughter's right here. If you want to speak to her, like, I have nothing against you. If you want, like, I know she'd be like, well, all these tattoos, well, it's our stories. Well, if you have the honest time to talk, I have nothing against you. Now I figure out why it felt that which way. You're traumatized, so I'm from the ghetto hood, so are you, but yours is worse, right? East Coast, etc., Latino, New York, etc., all that stuff. I get it. I comprehend it. I have nothing against you, but you have no support team. Nor did I. No one got us a situation. We just went off this feelings and bullshit, but there was not factual, because feelings are not factual, but there was no compassion there. If there was compassion, I would see your energy, future in a positive manner. I need to be toxic, and I'd just be your friend, such a support team. I would have been picked at all. I keep going my day, going my life. Yes, you're beautiful, nice body, Latina, all good stuff, but inside you're broken and lost. There is no healing. Respectfully, you're not a woman. You're a girl, respectfully. You
just have to be happy with who you are. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's it. I had an ex that I got into because I sing. So I was singing in, like, this band, like, with these older Italian people.
Yeah.
And his dad lo and behold, was in the band playing guitar. Great guitar player. And me and his dad had a really great relationship.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to sing and do gigs and all this stuff. And it fell apart because my ex and his mom hated me so much that she didn't want him to play with me.
Nah.
And it couldn't just be, we were great together.
Yeah.
It couldn't just be platonic and just be a band and be fun.
Right.
It had to be, you know what
Personal.
I mean? Like, yeah, it had to be crazy, and it had to be, I don't know, it had to be a problem. And it, like, blew my mind because the dad was like, I don't want to not play in this band. I love this band.
Right.
And I said, I don't want to not sing with y'all. Y'all are great. It's like these old 40, 50-year-old Italian people.
Yeah.
And it just broke my heart because I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, why does there have to be so much frustration and hate for a relationship that happened like 6-7 years ago? That like we can't just have fun and get over it.
Well, it's because remember, you let go, Queen, but they didn't. That's the thing. Like a lot of those boys more narcissistic, right? Some others can be also, right? It's the grudges because they haven't let go. That's the dilemma of everybody. It's like I tell people, I tattoo my neck. All your exes from middle school to behind the screen to this day, right? All of them will always be your kryptonite. What? Always. You can do no contact, block them, but you can say, I forgave them, I let them go. Cool. You let them go, right? So what happens if you see them? What? Scenario, you bump into them 10 years later. Will you have any negative triggers? Like sad, depressed, mad, or bitter? Why? You know, you don't have to talk to them, but if you see them, eye contact, energy, what will happen to you? You become scared. So if you any negative triggers, sad, scared, bitter, hateful, you haven't let them go. Why do you allow them to live in your mansion rent free? So I say, if I'm your ex, if I traumatize you, right, we see each other, let's say I'm the healing journey. Hey, little, I apologize, I did you wrong, I was really abusive, physically abusive, I cheated on you, I did wrong every which way. And you have to comprehend that. You used to be scared of me. And I can tell you for you, hey, so I see your energy when you saw me, you got scared. It's been 10 years, right? I'm apologizing, I think it was. But I'm going to tell you this. If you don't let me go in your mansion, your head, that door pane, I'm your ex, I own it. I'm eating my popcorn. I'm watching Collide of Beauty. Smiling your face, living the rent free. Why won't you let me go? Because if you don't let me go, I'll always traumatize you. Every time anyone says my name, you think about me, it will trigger you. And then you want love, you want a partner, you will potentially self-sabotage relationship because of me and other exes. Why won't you let me go? I'm sorry that yes, I did you fucking grind me to the fullest. But remember this, I am a support team. I'm talking to you now. Elaborate, you don't comment anything. You have to believe in it, I just told you. That's your choice, you will. But if you don't let me go, I own you. I'm the door of pain. I'm not even being rude to you. I tell people, I don't even tell you this. I'm just elaborating to you guys for warning you. As a forewarning, you know?
You can't let people have power over you like that.
Correct.
And people don't understand. It's like I'm a crazy person in a lot of people's story of who I used to be.
Right.
But people don't understand. I'm like, I'm not that same person. I hope you're not that same person.
Right.
I'm not that same person. You could talk to me. And like I told you with my exes, I've always been like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And I can take accountability.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But for them, it's not all of them, but for some people, I'm like, why can't we just like, hash it out and move on?
Right. Well, Queen, remember that's their own journey. As long as you do closure for yourself, you bless for yourself. Them, just pray for them. That's it.
Pray for them.
That's all we could do. Like they got their journey. You got your journey. If you want to call them out, hey, when I go home right now, I'm blessed. I love my partner. You got your partner, and you're still bitter about us. I pray for you and your partner because the idea does not become the punching bag. Respectfully.
Definitely take that with me tonight. Yeah. Pray for them and let them know.
That's what I do. Pray for the universe, and I go my life. I go my day. That's all I can do. It's my own journey. They have their own journey. I comprehend that. But I tell you, I'm always here for you. If you want to talk, you don't have to. If not, I pray for you in the universe, and I go my life.
You don't have to be open, but I'm going to be open.
1,000.
You don't have to like me, but I like you in my own way, you know what I mean? And you just gotta pray for them. I love that. I'm gonna take that with me. I'm just gonna pray for them.
That's how we can do, Queen.
I don't have grudges, but I think about it and I'm like, I do have, you have those moments when, like, you're like, oh, feel like you really fucked me up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's my first baby moms. I have nothing against her. I tell you, like, I love my second baby mom is the mother of boys, right? I love my tattoos. It's an oxymoron, and this is the one that can trigger a lot of people. Like, if you destroy them, they destroy you, right? So I told her, my collaborator says, I love you for leaving me. How do you tell someone that I love you for leaving me? You fucked them over, they fucked you over because you fell back, started the healing journey, and then the intent is to forgive, communication, not forget, and let them go. Do closure for yourself, not for them. You do closure for yourself. Comment why I failed to let them go. You're the one that comprehension. So I told, like, now I worked on all my exes. Like, I figured out my red flags, accountability, all the red flags between us the last 4 years. I mean, the last 4 relationships, 19 years of my life total. To figure out, cool, red flags, comprehend them. I observe them. So the potential to be when I see them, I observe them. I elaborate boundaries. I don't like that. I don't do that. If you keep doing that, we'll stop it. Because of that, yes, I don't like that at all. That's not my situation. I promise you other people accept that, or they do that. I don't do that. Whatever it is, right? That's why I realize boundaries.
The toxicity, because you learn so much. I finally got to that point. I was like exactly what you said. I'm grateful you left me, or I'm grateful that I left you, because we would never learn.
Right, stay together.
We would never learn what we really want or what we needed. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
There's no reason to stay together if we're just going to be awful to each other. You know what I mean?
Very factual. Very factual.
You gotta be grateful about it. You know, I finally got to that point where I was like, thank God I didn't stay with this person and
right.
try to make it work, because it never was meant to work.
Correct. Very factual.
And I learned a lot.
Hey, that's the intent, right? That's the intent.
But people like to hold grudges and hold their, you know what I mean, hold people hostage, and I'm like,
pray for them, That's what I say, like, as potential partners, right? If it becomes worse competition, that's major red flags. If you are at the cell phone, that's red flags. If you're dancing onto your partner, major red flag. If you're in the same household, same bed, and you're both on fucking cell phones, don't talk to each other, major red flag. I just say this shit's over. So the intent to have the adult conversation, the uncomfortable conversation, babe, what's up with you? What do you mean? It's been 1 month, 6 months, 7 months, same bed. We don't talk to each other. No TLC sex, nothing. So what are we doing here? And I tell you a scenario. Your partner look at you like, we're good. You're good on your side and comfortable. I'm not. You don't do nothing with me. So that's up to people. Be selfish and positive manner. Every day bug ground. This is your life. There's no one else. The universe is your life. What are you doing? What are you choosing? Right? So you gotta realize balance with your partner. If not, then accept it. Like the other relationships, and pray by manifest.
everybody's meant to be together.
Yeah. That's
Why a
that.
lot of people get old and they get bitter and angry because they're not with, or you know what I mean, doing the things that they want to do, and they're not with the person who makes them happy. I can't tell you how many times customers come up.
Oh yes.
Because I'm a register and they come up and you could feel it.
Right.
Of course, like I love the, you know what I mean, pray for them, and
right.
But I love talking about it too. Where I'm
like,
I have so many stories where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, why are you guys arguing over sandwiches right now? Right in front of me. I want to be a part of this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like genuinely arguing and mad at each other, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like those are the people that I'm like, do better for yourselves. You don't have to be together. Right. Nobody's forcing you, but people just settle for what they're comfortable with, and it's like,
oh yes, I did that. Don't. I tell people this: when you accept your partner, right, as a forewarning, that's your own sentencing. That's your hell on earth, because you pray by manifest for years to be, and respectfully, it's not gonna work in your favor. I say you don't comprehend that. That is your choice of will, but I don't miss that. You won't ever hear me, in my life, like, hey, guess what? Bitch about my partner. Like, no, we'll talk about it the best again. I tell a scenario. If she doesn't have to talk to me, because we're in the same household, same bed, right? And give me 2 years in, even if the kid's involved, right? And be like, and let's say the sparks ended. The intent is your partner talks to you as an adult, does communication comprehension, but they don't have to. To my scenario, I say all the time for the queens to know what they're involved with and get by my side. Like, let's say it's falling apart, sparks ending, quote unquote. Tell babe, what's going on with this? And she could look me dead in the eye and say nothing to me. Nothing, just body language. I'm argues and shit. That's it. Nothing. I'll be joking. Shut up, babe. Shut up. I'm letting you know. 30 days from now, I'm leaving. What? And you don't think come back anything about to tell you. So you change for yourself first and foremost, and then you change for our relationship to progress forward in life. If not, I'm letting you know. Either I take my shit, don't, but I'm going through that door, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back and looking back. And she, remember that she does not have to comprehend that. She doesn't have to believe it, nothing. She'd be like, well, my ex said the same shit. In her head, her exes, she still thinks I'm like them. So, it's 30 days. I say this in her all the time. And I go, wake up. I'm not taking my shit, fuck this. Man-made shit's replaceable, I don't care, right? So I'm taking my shit. I'm going to work. And there's a scenario. I typically the routine, I get home at 7 p.m. I go to work. 7 p.m. hits. She texts me, baby, where you at? I see my cell phone. Up. That's her nothing. I don't respond. And it's 8 o'clock. She texts again. Nothing. She called me. I pick up. Babe, where you at? Like, babe? What do you mean, babe? No. First and foremost, my name is Margarito Yala. What? I told you 30 days ago I was leaving. Where you at? I'm not your boyfriend. I'm your ex now. So why do you care where I'm at? Respectfully. You got your household. I left everything there. I pray for you, and that's it. I'm your ex now. If you want to, I can be your friend. I'll show you support team. We gotta figure out together why it failed. And I tried everything I could on my side. But I don't need you in my life, Queen. I want you in my life. I'm selfish in a positive manner. It's my life, not your life. So that's what I'll do as a being. I don't deal with toxicity. I won't ever deal with drama. No, thank you.
That's a big thing for me too, is that I had to learn that like other people's way of communication is different.
Yeah.
And like it's different from like, I had to, because I'm a talk. If there's an issue, I'm a talk about it on the spot. And some people, like my man now, he's like, let's have space. You know what I mean? For me to think, or like even if it has nothing to do with me and he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
He's like, I just need space. And I finally got to a point where I was like, I'm going to just give him space and do what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
very factual.
And then absolutely shutting down and being silent for a long time and never talking about it.
Right.
I'm not going to never talk about it, because the minute we talk, I'm bringing it out.
Hey, what's up, before that? How you doing? Exactly.
I'm
that's
not
beautiful, Queen.
Act like everything's okay.
Right.
Past things, and you know what I mean? But if you want to completely ignore a situation, or like act like if I'm going through something, like you don't want to talk about it, or like, you know what I mean? If you're going through something, you don't want to talk about it. It's cool to take space.
Right.
When you're absolutely silent,
shutting down,
and you want to ignore it, I'm not riding with that.
Right. No. Yeah. They're shutting down.
I can't live like that.
Right. And which is beautiful. You're aware of that, right?
We learn from each other. He talks more
and
opens up more, and I've learned to keep more things to myself in a healthy way.
Okay.
Because soy Latina, I'm going to talk out the side of my neck. So I say, let me get off the phone before I start talking out the side of my neck. And he goes, yep. And it's done. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm sorry you have to go through that. Is that the current girlfriend you have now?
Oh, no, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm 2 years and 5 months, 6 months single. Still no girlfriend.
That's good.
Yeah,
Oh my
like...
God. When I got out of my relationship, the serial dating stage, and I finally was single, the relief that I finally felt, like I was going through like, oh my God, a depression, going on Instagram and posting these sad things.
Yeah, right, sad talks.
Oh my God, I just cringe at it. And then I think about it, like when I got out of that, I was like, oh my God, I love being by myself.
Hey, that's beautiful.
I love talking to myself. I talk to myself. I sing to myself. I can play my music. I can watch the shows that I like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
You have to be alone to realize how much you truly love yourself. Like a lot of people, and of course pray for them, but a lot of people don't know how
to be alone.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, very passionate, Queen.
Love is so important.
It is. No, that's. I'm happy you mentioned that. That's on my tattoos. So this tattoo, my number, right? Tattoo of the universe, very top one. It says, 95% of the universe is broken, codependent, scared to be alone, abandoned issues. They are looking for love and happiness in people and man-made BS. All they are doing is buying bandage to the cuts and the wounds in the mansion, their head. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever needed was you, the end. They just don't know that yet. So yeah, very. Thank you. Just Little
I love
notes.
that. That's beautiful. And it's the truth, you know? It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's just like how you can't shift people. That's what drives me crazy. You can't shift their perspective. Like, they're stuck.
Right.
And it drives me crazy. That's the thing about me is I want to help people get on that frequency, and I know it's their own journey, but like, god damn it, I know people would live such a happier, healthier life.
For sure.
If not live like me, but do things that make them happy.
To progress, exactly.
You know what I mean? Oh my
It's just their own journey.
Girlfriends, I'm like,
Oh yeah, no yeah, Queen, but it's their own journey. That I used to be the same way. That's my last girlfriend. Like, we talked about that, right? Like, my situation, I don't really shed tears. Like, if I shed tears, it's because like I watch anime. I love anime, right? Or like series. I'm like, it's about life and shit. I'm just like, so there's a one on TikTok. I mean, on Netflix called things like something of Ragnarok. So there's Buddha on there. So Buddha talks about that, and my situation. I watched it with her, you know. And I went to Makana. I told her, man, I'd be like, you and I worked on ourselves. We know how to do this shit. So why can't we take people's like their pain away? She's like, well, you could. Let's just say you could, but I'm gonna ask you a question. She's like, before you answer, think about it really, really good before you answer. I was like, she's like, scenario. You use the scenario a lot. Like, yeah, this is a scenario. You and I can take people's do the healing journey, right, for them. Take the pain for them. Do you believe they will not fall on the face again? And she's like, think about it really good before you say yes or no. And I thought about it for like a minute or two. I'm like, yeah, they'll fall on the face again. Okay, but why? Because we did it for them. So they didn't feel they did not feel the feelings correctly. They did not do comprehension. So right now we make them feel good. Lovey-dovey, I love the universe, kumbaya, but then another toxic relationship, and they destroy it again. And what are you going to do? Pick them up and do it from again? They got it. Like we did it, they got to do it too. They don't have to, they should want to. But that is their choice, free will, that is their own journey. So I was like, that's why, and I had the same feeling too, like, I know how to do this. I have these notes of knowledge. Like, yes, we know.
It just frustrates me. Because I think about all the times that I fell on my face. You know what I mean? And I think about the times that I messed up and this, that, and the third. How did I get to this point? And why can't the people I love get to that point? And it's their own journey, but like, I know I could see them 10 times happier, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, Queen. I know that feeling.
In my spirit. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? I know I can heal people with my energy.
Yeah, conversation energy.
I'm like, how much of that are they going to receive?
Right.
And is it really going to help them, or are they able to switch their mindset? Like, I don't know. It's just, that's one thing, not one thing, one of the things about life that, like, the unknown, you know what I mean? I'm cool with not knowing if there's heaven or hell. I'm cool
Don't
with
worry about that, yeah, don't worry about that.
I'm not cool. I'm cool with all that. I don't care. But
Right.
with people, and especially people I love, it frustrates me that, like, I don't know.
Queen,
I don't know what to do to get them to that point, and I can't.
Do you want to help them? I was asking, do you want to help them?
I want to help the people that I love, but I feel like I can't. Like, I have friends that think the way that I do, and that's cool. Like, they also have their own opinions on this, that, and the third. And then I have friends who constantly self-sabotage or victimize themselves about their lives and their choices. And it's so obvious to me what they need to do, but it's not obvious to them.
Very factual. So, Queen, can I tell you something?
Yeah, please.
Do your podcast. Do your sessions. Those subjects that you want to talk to them about them, their scenarios. Page it out. I did a pod. We have a chance to scope it out. And if it's about them and their scenario, they might be like, you know, remember this. You're not physically speaking to them. They know that's you, right? You're part of the supposing to a situation, but they hear your words, your stories. They be like, oh, she's talking about my situation or a similar situation. And maybe, you know what? You're making sense there. Can I ask you more questions about it? That's all it takes, Queen. A common question.
If it's on a video, they could just play it over and over.
Technology.
You know what I mean? Like,
Technology. Oh, yeah. I love technology.
Beautiful thing.
Hey, everywhere tree. What's up, Roscoe? How you doing? Very, very well said. But Queen, when I say respectfully, it's not passing boundaries at all. I love you for being you. I love this conversation, but 3 hours and 40 minutes in, I'm very exhausted. I gotta go to sleep. But I'll be on today sometime. But if you ever see me on here again, don't be shy. Definitely jump on it. Again, you know, you're doing good for yourself. At 28, fuck, you're doing way better than I was. So I'll give you my respect to the fullest. And Once again, do your part. Don't be shy. You know, if you need help with it, I'll hold you on guide you to the fullest. Like, I promise you, 1,000. Your voice is more powerful than my voice. I promise you that. So,
I would love that. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate
as DM me, I got you.
you doing it,
Yeah. But have this morning, Queen. Everybody else, you know, Bigo, Facebook, Likee, Twitch, IG. I love you guys. Take care. Have a good night.
Before
Stay
you
blessed.
go, before you go, bro.
What's up,
Before
Russell?
you go,
Oh, forget
send me
that.
two positive vibes your way, brother. Grand Rising. I know you're about to crash out soon. You being up. You had a long night, eh? So listen.
Yeah.
What is the change of name? I just want to know what's the change of name.
Oh, actually, my name?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I didn't change it. Well, it must be because, like, I just went, oh, I know what it is. Because I had my phone, this is my main phone, right? So on Bigo wise on here. So when you switch on these apps, Bigo, whatever you switch, it goes to the traditional name. So I apologize. Tomorrow, I'll put it back to the regular name. I didn't pay attention to that. That's my full name, but I didn't. So typically, when I go live, guys, on these platforms, it says free therapy, talks, relationships. On Bigo, that's my real name, my full name, Margarito Ayala. But it says Margarito Ayala's room. So Bigo did that. I didn't do that. I just noticed that.
I see now where Rico come from.
Yeah. That's my full name.
All right, bro. You have a great, amazing sleep, rest.
Oh, yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Send
Thank
it to
you.
Paz.
We'll catch up. For sure, hermano. Stay blessed. Take care. Bigo,
Bye. Tened una buena noche.
Nuevamente, chao, que vengan todos. Ciao, guys. Be safe. Twitch, guys, love you guys. Be safe. TikTok, love you guys. Be safe. Facebook, love you guys. Be safe.